we're back again with Mario Artist Polygon Studio, which I'm actually very excited about because I want to explore this new area. If you're not keeping up with this, well, let's just say it's something very cool. Genuinely. It's odd because I'm personally responsible for the N64 mouse simulation. Well, it might be my mouse. I don't want to blame it, but I've had issues where it's like it doesn't work great for me, which is why I haven't used it much. It might just be me. I'm actually going to do something from scratch. I had this thought of last time I got parts that could crawl up walls. And since I'm so high up, flying might not be my option. You don't think it's a problem specifically on your end? Oh, so I'm not special, I understand. Let me see if I can get something that's... Ugh. Actually, no, I kind of like the skeleton. I know I could be a lot more creative with what I make. I'm not against that, but... Because the models aren't just a means to an end. I'm still making something that's neat, but... You know, there's a level to it. Okay, this would be easier if I just zoom in. There we go. Again, it's always a fiddly thing to get your controls just right. I was talking about this the other day with how N64 emulation works with sticks. I'm playing Ocarina of Time right now on a real hardware, and I always feel like in emulators, it's difficult to get the stick right in a way that feels like it works. Because I think the stick is pretty good on the 64. For my intents and purposes, but... The only thing you gotta do is enable mouse for the game. It is enabled. When I do try, I didn't do it this time, because I'm not even... my mouse isn't even set up properly. But, I've done it with the mouse enabled. That's what I did the very first stream and the second stream, but... It ends up just being, like, not... I don't know. I'd have to try again and remember, remind myself of what the issues I even had with it in the first place were. I got, like, ant legs last time? What was it? Tail fin, sea turtle leg. Power engine, jet, that's right, I forgot I had that. Dinosaur leg, elephant, dog, turtle, female, male, robot. Oh yeah, that's right, ant and shrimp. Yeah. Yeah, she just, yeah. Alright, so... Not delightful. I don't know, I don't know, I've met shrimp before, and shrimp don't look like this. Oh, that's wrong. Call me crazy, as a desperate shrimp consumer. I don't think I've ever encountered shrimp quite like this. Flip it this way. A little bit up. All 64 games, including 64DD, only check what's plugged in the console at boot time. Yeah, which is interesting. I mean, I feel like I've tried switching controllers, but I guess that's, I don't know, while it's running. Okay, so skeleton. Can I? I like the body, it's fine. I kind of want to make the body smaller. You do get quite used to these controls, by the way. They're not, I don't want to say they're, like, they're decent, they're not bad. So I want to... No, the wrong way. It up. A little bit? How's that look? That might be too small, to be honest, but... Listen, it's important if we're gonna be crawling up walls like a... Oh, man. Honestly, okay. I kind of wish there was like a lasso select style, because there are times when it's a little tricky to maneuver, but I'm not gonna criticize. What am I gonna do? Talk to the developers of this game? I don't even know what Nintendo team worked on this. I'm assuming, I mean, people did like it. Nintendo was pushing this at least to a degree before it ended. I don't know how or why, what caused this to fade. I know there was a recent interview with Miyamoto and Kenji Ito, which I thought was interesting. And I think he mentions the disk drive and how they could use the power and do some cool stuff with it, but... evidently, you know, plans changed. I do like this mode because it allows people to mess with 3D models without having to actually make one. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I've used Blender in real life, and I don't, like, you get used to it. but it's difficult and tricky, and I don't mind it. But this, yes, I agree, where this kind of makes it... I mean, it's like Mario Paint in the first place, where I feel like it does a good job of gamifying the thing. Because it's a game. As much as it's a tool, it is still a game, and I think that gives it some appeal. EAD, Omega, id Software, HAL Laboratories, Atari. What, people who made this? I mean, if that's true, that's fascinating. By the way, this is a monster. I'm liking this already. I could have gotten rid of the body. I don't know why he kept it. Thank you, artist. I feel like, okay, wings, shrimp leg. I feel like I ought to have, like, I don't know, something else. Just EAD and Nichimen graphics. Nichimen. Ah, fuck. I'm not very good at Japanese. I have basic grammar, I've got variety of words, I've got a very small amount of kanji, and I've got, like, at least I can read some of it. But I've been out of loop with Japanese for far too long to remember anything. Nichimen graphics made 3D modeling cover. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. Can I even? I can walk. Okay. I wish I'd kept up with Japanese more than I did. Just difficult when I have other hobbies. And I'm not in school anymore. No, I guess I needed the control. Oh my god. I didn't even try the dragon wings. I didn't know if they were any good. They seem pretty good. Well, decent. Try wall. I know this is meant to be the wall climbing legs, right? Whoa. Okay, come on. I might have still needed at least some quality flight. Oh, come on. I really wish I kept that movement. The movement. I'll add it. That's fine. Wait, what? Oh, that goes here. Wall? What do you mean wall in this giant sky? Hello. I did talk to you already. There are 21 blocks left, that's right. I said this last time, it makes me think of the genocide route or something. 21 left. It's a little... Oh, it's freaky. Whoa. Maybe, God, what was the button again? Do this. Oh. This is... Oh, can I... Oh, wait, wrong button. It's just a little weird. Sorry, I mean, aside from the pure, you know, joy of exploration, it is fun to just be like a skull with spider legs crawling up a wall. I don't know why this does endlessly amuse me, but it is really fun. I know you're going upside down. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on, please. I mean, I don't know. There's got to be momentum. Okay, let me... You know what? Bad idea. I'm going to try again. What an odd slippery wall legs. I know. What if I jump? I could you know what? It might be quicker just to add, like, a boost or something. I don't know. I don't know what I could do to make it faster. I mean, they're legs, right? Would other legs benefit the legs? It might be a problem. I mean, the skies just might be... I guess I haven't had it... I mean, I didn't get this until... as I was going up the skies. I don't know, I think I like the legs, though. It is fascinating. I think artists said it reminded them of a little bit of the Nintendo playtest, which I did. I know artists did, too, which was an interesting little... Come on, you're like 2 feet away. Get up there, what are you waiting for? Are you stuck in the wall? Oh, man. What if I just jump? Is that better? See, my whole thought was like, okay, we're gonna get these climbing legs. We're gonna get these climbing legs, and we're gonna figure out... We're gonna scale everything. Posters that say the amount of blocks to update. That's what I figured. It makes sense. It wouldn't be like, you have 20 left, and it's like, oh, dude, I got all 20. What are you talking about? Okay, maybe let's go back and let me add a rocket. Maybe it's unnecessary, but again, I don't know if these legs or arms or anything are organized in any kind of semblance. I at first thought that they were like the best things are at the bottom. Maybe that's true, but I think it's not as simple as that because there's just definitely different stats. Some of the blocks you could have gotten if you jumped at the panel and make some jumper boost. I was sticking out. I was doing some dedicated design decisions. I think I probably want this. I got used to it, and I kind of like the way it controls. I don't know how I can make this fit elegantly with my... I mean, realistically, I could have it instead of the body, but... I also feel like it might just be like a waste of a slot almost, but... it's fine. Do I want mechanical parts with this? That really goes forward. I don't think it matters where I put it. It's gonna make me go forward, not up. I still like the idea that it's strapped to my back, though. Just as a visual idea. No. Thank you, Undo Dog. That's literally just what I tried. Am I stupid? Like, 90%. There's probably a way of, like, snapping it to angles and stuff, but... Oh, no, I meant to not do that. What are you doing? Perfect. I mean, nothing's wrong with you because you got everything regardless. I mean, it's such a open game. I don't want to just be like, oh, it's like this modern game. Because it's not. You could easily say, oh, you build things like Tears of the Kingdom. But I think it's the idea of the open-ended nature of it. Where it's like, you have a goal, and there's many ways of achieving it with the tools given to you. Which and again, it depends on the game whether or not I like that kind of design. But in a game like this, where the entire point of it is to make and explore, that's kind of it, you know? This isn't a game like Zelda, where maybe I might potentially want some kind of, puzzles with one solution, or something to that nature, you know, it depends. This creature, this monster! See, the real trick is to make it massive. I suppose this works, does it? There's no snapping? Oh. Well, again, it's not like I don't want to say it's simplistic, because I don't want to... That's a little rude, but... I don't know. Maybe these legs aren't worth it. I don't know. I was really gunning for them as this cool thing, but... So I guess the rocket does make you go in whatever direction it's pointing to. Interesting. I don't know why I just figured... I don't know. Am I stupid? Maybe I could have two. Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. If that's the case, if I put the legs... and then activate the rocket, if the rocket is like on top of the head... could I shoot myself up? There's no way this works. There's no way this works, but I want to see. If I want to try something. Take 2 seconds. Let's do that. 2 moves. Oh, you can recolor those primo models. I did. It's funny. It's one of the things I have not touched yet. And I know I can. I just glue. It's in a different menu, isn't it? Glue. That's right over here. Which I feel like I should have, but I don't know the extent of it in this case. And part of the problem is I kind of like the way it looks. Whoa. I know it's not the Paint Studio. I know it can get more complicated than that. Although, presumably, you could import your models into the Paint Studio and then do a better job and then come back here? I would assume so. I actually don't know. Whoa, oh my god. I know that all of these games, creations, software, whatever you want to call it, they do work together, but... Which is, by the way, is still neat to me. Even in the modern era, I think a game that works with another game and uses data is still cool. And I know... Whoa, what the fuck? Yes, okay. Okay, so my logic is correct. My suspicion is real. My brain enormous. My life meaningless. Wonderful. I mean, I think it's enough to go with. You don't need, like, extensive detail, just enough to, like, to work. Whoa. I mean, there is a good chance that the legs are broken in this mode because they don't want people to cheat. Cheat. Or as in, like, maybe it would be too cheap to just climb everything. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We'll rotate. I need the camera, like, right behind them. That's better. Yeah, shockingly not effective. Well, that's the thing. I got so many parts, I don't know what any of them do. Or rather, in terms, I guess there's never a listing. I kind of have to just experiment to see what parts work at what elevation. I was hoping to find another part up here and see if it helps me, but... But I gotta get out of here first. So red, is that above? I think that's above, right? And blue is below? Potentially? Wait a second. Oh no, that's just a thing. Let me do this thing. Let's not be stupid. There was like, they specifically call out, isn't it fun if you go real fast on a road? Or something to that effect, and maybe that implies something. Get up there, what are you doing? There we go. Oh my god, oh please, oh god. Jesus, okay. The rocket's great. It's a little hard to control. Understandably so. I mean, this is not a game known for its slick control methodology. It's part of its charm. Okay. I do feel like I'm controlling the, like, thing from the Addams Family or something. It's like a, I don't know, it's not a Silent Hill monster. They wouldn't have just a skull, but... Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ! I know I could remove it. I know it would be much more successful. But where's the fun in that? What I could do... What I could do is just deselect it. With, I guess with the legs? Is that better? No. Oh man, okay. It's okay. Let's take this one step at a time. Where am I? I don't think the legs are helping here. Okay. It's not topsy-turvy. Okay. Holy oh my god! Please. Please stop, what are you doing? Oh my god, okay. I couldn't stop. I see it. I guess I could have turned to legs and that probably would have helped. Instead of just hoping that I could slow down. Can I add brakes? No. I do wish they would add something like... I like it when Nintendo makes creative creative, not creative games, but games that are, and they don't, I say that as if they don't do stuff like this. I mean, people look at Game Builder Garage, which I thought was very neat, and obviously that comes across from like their Labo games, which I still think are cool ideas. I know some people deride them for being bits of cardboard. It's kind of missing the point in my mind. I guess the biggest contention though is the price, and that, you know, that makes a big deal to people. But it doesn't make it any less cool if you take it out of context. I don't know. Maybe they'd add this to NSO. Who knows? I don't know the complexity of that. I know people have talked about that before. If that's even a conception that could happen, but like Game Builder Garage at the end, it was too lazy. Well, that's one of the things, and I don't know if it's because it's laborious. I always talk about the idea of could they make something. I don't know, because you look at a game like Mario Maker, and that's creative, and people can make their own levels. But it's a finicky balance, because not everyone who plays that game wants to build their own levels. Some people just want to play. And you need like a good balance of people willing to just make, and a good balance of people willing to just play, to kind of like create the environment. And you have games like Dreams on the PlayStation, where it's like, there's a lot. It's surprising. You think there's no way there's that many people that interested in making stuff. But there are. Enough to support it, at least. Oh man, how did I get so high earlier? So for me, it's the question of what's the right balance. I know Game Builder Garage it's hampered by the fact that you can't share easily. It's very laborious to share, which I feel like, I don't know, that's part of. I mean, there's inherent joy in making something to make it, but I think there's also an inherent joy of making something to show people. Not that if I ever made a level in a game that I ended up showing many people, because who would I show? But I don't know. I think that's the biggest flaw in it, and I know it's expensive to be able to do that kind of a thing, but they can afford it. I mean, jeez. But that's the whole discussion about, like, I think Nintendo could do like a 3D Mario Maker of some kind, depending on what they do and how they handle it. Okay, I know this is stupid, but I feel this is me being a moron, and I know I should just rebuild my little guy. But I'm too dedicated at this point to possibly give this up. I'm just, if I line this up, if I line this up, if we just do it perfectly, and everything works out, nothing goes wrong, and everything looks good. Okay, I don't think in first person's gonna help me here, but let's go for it. Oh, actually, that would have worked. Maybe first person is the right mode for this. That actually might be a little easier to control. I know, Mr. Bread. Listen, in my belief, you get these two parts, everything changes. Oh my god, okay. That was a failure. That was an utter failure. You're a failure. A complete and utter failure. Okay. Whoa. That was bad. That was bad. Camera was bad. It's my own fault. I just fall off the stage. Wow, I'm on the other side of the wall. I mean, I wanted to go over here, but have I figured out who the baker is? No. Jeez. Okay, you know what? Let's get out of here. I've wasted enough time. No. I mean, the baker is someone who knows a lot about this. Were they the creator? Is it meant to be a specific, like, real person, or? I don't. Well, the thing is, I don't know how I could actually make this easier on me. I think legs are a bust. These kind of legs are a bust. What could I do to get myself, like... control? All I would say is that the game gives the answer. I mean, I guess it's leading up to us finding the baker, potentially, but I guess I didn't consider that it could be... I like the robot legs. I do like the mechanical parts. I feel like they're more reliable for some reason. I almost want to get rid of the rocket, even though it's very useful. I think it's just a little too unwieldy. Wait, God damn it. I wish I could have like a, both move in. Actually, I guess it's easier just to delete one of them. Just a little, it's a little leg. Just a little itty bitty one. And I probably don't want it to be as wide either, just weirdly thin. Perfect. There we go. Ironically, I feel like I need less things, not more. Okay, let's get rid of the... Yeah, get rid of the rocket. Well, you know what? Undo. I actually want the rocket, but I want to put it on the back instead. I don't know. I haven't thought about the mystery too much. It's been too much about the journey. It's one of those things where I figure the baker is just, hello, it's me, the baker. Unless it's meant to be, hello, it is I, Mr. Miyamoto. I am the baker, because in this game, we cooked. Then he looks directly at the camera and says, you know, goodbye now. And then my 64 DD explodes, bricking my computer instantly. But somehow I don't think that's the case. Kind of want something a little, I don't know, this might be inadvisable. I kind of needed the speed, but we'll see. We'll see. They're going to give me boosts, they're going to give me jumps. I mean, what all could a growing boy ask for? Hello, it is me, Mr. DD. They didn't have a mascot, did they? It's not like Discoon for the Famicom Disk System. There was no mascot for this system, was there? Oh my god, yo. I like Discoon. I like having a little mascot. It's fun. Discovering itself is pretty surprising. You're really bigging this up. It's going to be the biggest reveal I've ever had. I don't know. Maybe this rocket is a terrible idea. I'm getting this vibe that this is awful. I'm also getting the vibe that maybe I just need to control better and this wouldn't be happening. I love that sound. I swear to God I've heard that sound effect in other games. I feel like it's in a Zelda game, but I can't think of which one. Okay. Yo. You got the super jet! Great! Okay, I wanted to get the other thing first, but I think I gotta... I want to get the other piece that's easier to get. Since I feel like I can do it right now. I don't know, there's something appealing about this because you incrementally get the parts. Just like from a design perspective. You start off with such little ability to move. You're like, in my opinion, you're so trapped in this small little grass area and it's like, man, it's unwieldy and feels like shit and I can't go anywhere and do anything. But every part you get unlocks the world a little bit. And then you just get this sense of freedom once you finally get, moving. And every new area you discover, every new place you get, it's really satisfying. It's a really good way of exploring the world. And part of it is because you did it yourself, relatively speaking. You feel like it's your own creation, it's your own hand that let you get up there. I don't know, it's kind of like you can't, oh, I've worked out. And then I've developed the skill to get farther. But, because you can't really do that in the game, but you can use your creative powers to get somewhere. Oh my god. Over here. But also, I get people don't give a shit about this because there's not an inherent goal and you're kind of just aimlessly doing stuff. And that doesn't appeal to people. I don't want to call this a walking simulator because, I mean, that's a type of game that has a very specific idea of what it is. And this, like, you could argue it's that, but this, I mean, it still feels more direct. I don't know, directed. Oh, god damn it. Okay. You really, if you start getting like loosey-goosey with it, you really fail. You gotta stay the line. Stay the line, Bart. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. use the creative powers to get somewhere, or biff it bad and end up on the ground floor with no progress. Well, that's part of the fun. I don't know. This is a terrible analogy. This is a terrible analogy, but I've talked about it before. I really liked the game Getting Over It when I played it. I didn't get frustrated, really, at all with it. Very little, to be honest. And part of it is because the game isn't necessarily unfair in a sense. It's just difficult. The controls aren't innately intuitive, but you can learn them and then they become intuitive. I can pick up the game and play it relatively well and do it relatively well. It's still hard, and there are still little spots where I don't have a good time, like, you know, good immediate like capability, but in my opinion, it you know, it's effective. And there is a level of skill there that I think is developed. It's if you ever read the Iwata asks about like how they developed Skyward Sword, they talk about it in terms of as a I've talked about this before. When you press a button in a game, it's that instant, you know, it's like, oh, okay, we're good. You got the shuttle. It's a nice aircraft. You get an instant. Oh, hello, egg. If you press a button in a game, your intention is met. I press the A button to jump or B button to jump, and then I jump. Press B to swing your sword, and you swing your sword. But, you know, in Skyward Sword, you swing, it's like drawing a circle. I intend to draw a circle, and then I draw a circle on a piece of paper, and it doesn't look like a circle. It's a fucked up egg. Same thing with a Skyward Sword, where I'm intending to do a vertical slice down, and then you do it, and then you're off. You don't quite hit it, because your intention doesn't meet reality in the same way that pressing a button does, since it's very difficult to screw up pressing a button. You can screw up pressing multiple buttons in a row, or like a command or a sequence of them, but just pressing a button is inherently achievable by anybody. And I think there's that idea of games that involve genuinely developing some kind of skill or some kind of ability that can be very divisive and not appealing to everybody. I'm not saying this game is like that, but it's a similar case where it's not something that, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It's what made this game so cool to you. You would play it in Japanese without understanding a lot of it, so you had to make do with whatever you intuitively could understand. Oh, sorry, did I see a lad? Did I see a little dude standing here? Am I crazy? I looked away, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw like a dude poking out of this thing. I'm going crazy because I looked back and he was gone. I wonder. Okay, so we've unlocked the Omega Amazing goddamn awesome rocket, which I take it is just a better jet rather. I would presume this works better at higher altitudes as its main thing. I love this fly buzzing in my ear music. Really gives me good times of swatting at night. I don't know, I like this music. I mean, I've had the Mario Artist Studio music on my computer for years. I actually have. I've had it a part of my music playlist for streams and for a lot of stuff for a long time. Because I like it. It's weird, but I like it. Or I used to use it in videos or stuff like that. Beautiful. I don't know, there's something enigmatic about it, I don't know. I don't want to use the term elegaic again. Holy shit! Is that a jelly donut? No, it's a rocket on a skull with wings. I guess having any, like, real music in this map would have ruined it a little bit? I don't know. Maybe some ambiance, but I guess here, right now, we do. Okay, where can we go? How high can we go? Okay, pretty damn high. Okay. I guess this is kind of like the first one we're meant to get? Wait, is this a... Where does this go? Oh, this is a shortcut. I kind of thought it was going to be, but there's also, like, sub-areas. Anything with a name, I don't know why, but the little text of, like, Sky Gardens, Polygonia is very neat to me. Hey. Something is written. In this place, I've heard of a nice block at the top room. But you know what? The block seems to be hidden in a really awkward place. That is why you should bump into different kinds of walls. What, like the hidden wall we had before? This central phenomenon. Oh god, I need water. I had... Oh no. I can't do this, can I? I had this... Let me just go forward and see if I can, like, take a look around. I had this thought that probably this area... Or this location is going to make me utilize my whole knowledge of like everything. It's like, oh, you gotta make a good fish, you gotta make a good plane, you gotta make a good man of robot. Did that actually go up? If I could... You know, it's not worth suffering through the slime. Do you like the portal graphics? They were kanjis, really? Interesting. I like the idea that they're little symbols. That appeals to my sensibilities. I guess I get why. I get kanji cool too, but I guess it's better than having just a sentence. I guess were they words or was it just like, you know, Yama, and I don't know, Kawa, or you know, and that just mountain, river, something, you know, basic stuff. They look good. I mean, they didn't look out of place. Except for that one, which looked like shit. It looked fine. Everything looks fine. You would have told me, and I would have been like, "Oh, I didn't know that," because I didn't. They all look. Everything looks kind of fitting. Okay, so blue is down, right? I gotta remember this. Blue is down, which means I gotta just. Run over here. Jesus Christ. Another one. Yo, guys, we're in the Mario 60... No, we're not. Well, okay, out of the... Immediately I see something, but... Bum, 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 bum. What is this? You got shining! I've noticed a couple things where it seems to be more than just moving parts. They're just, like, aesthetic parts. Alright, okay, now there's walls. Yeah, this is the Mario 64 aquarium, just a little different. Jesus Christ. There are bonus parts. I will say, it's interesting that you can't look up this game and be like, how do I do everything? What do I do? What's the strategy here? Because it doesn't exist. Not many people have played this. Got Ammonite. Ancient Romance. I don't know. Were they romantic? They kind of just, like, snailed around, as far as I understand. Maybe that's a little biased of me, though. Get me out of here! There are actually speed runs of this. Those have to go crazy. That's fascinating. I guess there's an, I don't know, presumed optimum speed of, like, get this part first, immediately head to, like, the lake section. Go to where the worm is getting you, and go up there, perfect thing. Oh, I don't know, maybe head up the mountain first. Oh, speaking of strangeness, can you just, there you go, just drop. I've never seen something so strange. You got Crystal 7. What? Huh? Excuse me. There's actually a bug where you can use a completely different part, which gives you the ability to glide. Really? I wonder if I've seen it. I mean, there's not that many parts in this game. I would like to think I've gotten it, but... I still think you put on, like, Skies of Arcadia music or something, and it would fit very well with the gliding. Okay, so... Crystal 7 is actually how they named it. Oh, I'm not against it. It's just it's water? I always wanted to be a lake. My parents always said I couldn't. Worm? Worm? The worms freak me out. I actually, the way they make, like, weird moaning sounds, it's not violently disturbing, but it's something about it is not, like, not appealing. I'm taking, by the way, that I'm assuming there's invisible walls in some of these areas, because they mentioned just slam against walls as much as you can. I'm seeing blue. Just don't know where that is. Red. Which then just became blue. Oh. Got Crystal 1. A mysterious sphere. There's no invisible walls. Really? Oh, is there a specific height limit for the rocket? Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe that is just the top. I kind of want to see how high it goes. I don't know if there is a limit or if it's just... Okay, where am I? I'm flying, soaring. Okay, there's blue like right under me. Ooh, all these symbols. One of the things I always like playing a lot of these games. I love the texturing. You know, they pulled them straight from like image libraries and packs, and I'm so curious about like there are people who look for the origins of a lot of these, but it doesn't make it never, you know, less interesting to me. And I know that nowadays we can make custom textures for everything, but I still like the idea of just reappropriating and utilizing, like, oh, here's a couple images, combine them and make something really cool. What is this? It is a star. Crystal number 4. I have to try some of these. I feel like I need another rocket for forward momentum, but that feels really stupid of me. Like, you know, measured pace. I don't see anything on the map. Over here. See what we gotta do. We gotta turn the view distance all the way up so we can go down. Oh, that's... Oh. I mean, they do a very good job of making the height feel, like, goddamn tall. Blue's below. God, where are they? It's not time yet to make a fish. Maybe they're literally, like, at the bottom of the surface. So I would assume that these things cover both. Some post recently were celebrating they found the metallic texture photos for Kingdom Hearts 1's logo. Interesting. That's neat. It is neat. Because I mean, it's the same thing with, like, sample libraries. Where it's like, here's the sample for the fire temple. It's like, oh, that's fascinating. To me. I don't know. To me, anyways. I find it fascinating. Is there just stuff, like, under here? I can't even see them. Radar is actually never unfair. So it just shows sky stuff right now. Really? Okay. I was curious if it just showed everything. I kind of assumed that early on, but I didn't. I had no way of validating it. So my thought would be that it's under here, but it seems to be inside this thing as opposed to under it. Let me. I need like a hover mode. Go up here. I don't know, maybe there's an entrance. Maybe if I just fly around, I'll see a gap. I like the fixed a lot, but... I wonder what may be. I don't know if I'm ever going to play Kingdom Hearts. And I feel like I ought to. There it is. It's like, there's got to be something in here, right? I do want... It's not like I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game. I played one. Not the first one, just one of them. That crystal number 3. Ice cube. A bottomless cube. And, oh, that's speed. I don't... Egg. Eggs and tubes. Guys, it's the part of a complete balanced breakfast. Got crystal number 5. You got crystal on my side. You got water on my side. I got crystal number 5. Oh, they're... Oh! Hello. Goodbye. You freak... Oh my god, you're quick. That crystal number 2. Looks like it's from the bakery. Please leave me alone. Please, you're terrifying me. You're scary. You're scaring the children. Oh, they're just like... They're tubules. I need that! I actually don't really need that, actually. I'm kind of fine. If it ate anything else, I feel like I would have been worse off. Or I guess if I lost... I don't know. The wing's not great, but... Might even be nice to have just one wing sometimes, you know? It makes me feel angelic. Of a sort. I do wish I could have a bigger map, but I get why there's not one. But it shows any blocks that are inside a place. That's what I figured. I was like, this is not going to show me the specialty areas, but... I want to get an idea of what... Are there anything other ones I missed in this place? Because I feel like there must be. Before I go back out to make the greatest fish anyone's ever seen. Oh. You know what? I guess it's time to make the greatest fish anyone's ever seen. I could make a submarine. I do have to save Jimmy the Head here. I don't know. I feel like they ought to make a game. If they make a game that has this music in it, it'll appeal to my senses. I mean, honestly, I guess Mario Paint kind of evolved into Mario Maker. In some cases, because they tend to use a lot of the same sound effects in music. Even though they're not really the same thing. They don't serve the exact same purpose. But it kind of feels like what they chose the DNA to go towards. Bum, 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 bum. I like Mario. It is fun, Mario Paint. It's just fun to make something. It was nice that they added the NSO. Again, I like NSO. Big... Or I guess it's not called NSO anymore. I'm not an NSO defender because it's not called that. It's called Nintendo Classics. Which I guess is a better name. I guess it is, but I'm used to calling it the other thing. You don't see how WarioWare has taken the silliness? Yeah, I can see that too. WarioWare has changed a lot, but I still love WarioWare over... I always have. I don't know what... My favorite WarioWare might... My favorite WarioWare might still be the first one. And yeah, it's silly and a little weird. I don't want to call it weird because it sounds like I don't get it or understand it or think it's like, ugh, this is weird. When it doesn't like, I'm not like, oh my god. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It is the creator of Mario Paint directing the original. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. And like any series, the DNA changes over time, and you feel. Wait, sorry. The whole reason I did this was to make a fish. After that, he went to do Pokemon stuff. So we had Mario Paint to WarioWare to Detective Pikachu. You enjoyed Detective Pikachu 1? I take it you didn't. You did not enjoy Detective Pikachu again, or comes back, or returns, whatever it was called. I didn't. I mean, again, I haven't played them. I looked. Even the first one seemed fine. I don't know. I never checked it out. I'm not a. I like this, but I'm getting rid of this head. I'm not a Pokemon hater. It just is not something I have as much interest in as many people do. What? No, not undo. Delete. Sorry, dog. I know you don't want to delete your relative, but your relative sucks and deserves to become a. Is this a sandwich? It could just be red and green, but it's got lettuce on it. Listen, I'm staying away from lettuce right now. It's bad. It's dangerous. There's something wrong with it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. This is gonna be the base of the grate. I could use like a submarine body. I'm sure that would be more beneficial, but If I had to say which team perpetuated the silliness of Mario Paint, it's the WarioWare team, or the team in Tomodachi. That's true. Again, you could talk to any diehard fan of any of those series. By the way, I like all of those series, which is good. I guess it makes sense. I'm a big fan of all of those, and I've been for a while. But I was so excited for Tomodachi Life when it came out. I know people are critical of some of them, or feel like the series have changed or they've lost focus or whatever. But I mean, things change with time. Doesn't mean they're just different. Doesn't mean they're worse necessarily. Some people might seem so, but. I just got done streaming Rhythm Heaven. I'm still playing it on my own, but just doing the stuff on the stream. I don't know, it's not I don't even see it like, oh, look at this weird thing, because it's not really that weird. It's just fun. I mean, fun is my whole brand, but it is fun. I guess propellers are meant to go in the front in this case. Not that it has to, like, make logical sense, but I prefer it to make logical sense. Some of the rhythm does directly cited the director created Mario Paint as an inspiration. Interesting. The person or the game itself? I mean, I can see the funness of it, but I don't know if I can see the specific game as being a factor. But I don't know. Maybe I'm the real fool. Okay, I do want to include a jet because I feel like it might help me get out. Maybe. And maybe this is inadvisable. Thank God I'm getting messages on my phone. I almost have to work till midnight tonight as a theoretical potentiality. It's like, oh, we didn't plan out our feature. You got a program. Are you okay? You want to do this spec for us? I was like, no. And they decided they didn't want to do that. Thank my goodness, my lucky stars. Because then I couldn't stream this. And that would have made me sad. Okay, this looks terrible. Let me put it at the back. Now, actually, you know what would work if I make this a lot smaller? Here we go. That's much better. That is perfect. Almost perfect. I mean, that's fine. Although that looks bad. Wait, what am I doing? God damn it. Jesus Christ. Hirofumi Matsuoka. Oh. I didn't know. I feel bad. Well, there's plenty of, like, everyone knows the more famous developers. I sometimes like, man, I don't even know who did this. I know some. I mean, when I play an old game and I'm like, wow, I recognize these members of the Treehouse. And I don't know if I really should. But okay, so what else do we want? Power engine, would that really help? Control unit, I guess. I wonder what's for dinner. I wonder what might happen. Link! Let's make it a little smaller. Put it right at the end. Okay, I do need wheels or something because this has to be able to move to the place in order to get where it needs to be. This might actually need wings of some kind. And, like, it needs a basic flight capability, though I can actually move forward. The Music Maker and Mario Paint has Tomodachi energy. Or even the limited animation tools. A sense of putting creation in the hands of the players to mix and match and create snippets. I guess that's true. I mean, even Tomodachi 1 was like that, even though it was different. Obviously, you didn't have... you didn't have... what do you call it? The, you know, the ability to just draw whatever you wanted to. Which is kind of funny, actually, if you didn't have that ability. When it was on the DS and 3DS, it's like you didn't consider that maybe people wanted to draw things? I don't know. But you could make Miis and still have them in your world and do stuff with them. That is funny, actually. I never considered that. They kind of just didn't have that. I'm gonna have this... Oh, this is stupid. This is stupid, but I'm gonna have one giant wheel. It's gonna be like a big wheel. The classic children's toy. Really, the thick wheel. But then make it small. And I could do 2, but it's fine. It makes me think of a donkey braying. I guess that's what the sound makes me think of. Perfect. Beautiful. Shouldn't feel bad. You know the other DKC composer? Yeah, whose name is now different now because she obviously got married. Huh, I've made a flying machine. Okay, actually I want to go over here, don't I? Some of the Mario Artist devs are still around. I mean, I know that Nintendo has a prodigious, not prodigious, but like, their devs stick around for a while, which I think is really cool. Does this go back? Or no, this goes back. I don't want to go there. And I just went there. One of the programmers of Mario Artist is actually the director of the Nintendo Switch 1. Really? He became the hardware director. I mean, okay, what's his name? Koizumi is the director of... He was the director of Nintendo Switch software. I don't remember the director of hardware. I always find hardware directors interesting because they do end up making games as like... was it Nintendo EPD1 or whatever? It was... They did Punch-Out, and I think it was Metroid. Maybe not Metroid. It was a couple other stuff that they worked on. Maybe it was because those versions had more freedom to share with others. They wanted to avoid the less polite drawings. I don't know. It was still interesting. We made the wheelie from Kirby. That's genius. I've seen people do it, because Kirby's not a hard guy to make. He's a circle. So I've seen some cool... Oh, wrong way. Okay, wow, I did this wrong. I don't know why I thought it was like, oh, you put it on the front to move forward. Maybe it just controls funny, I don't know. This is bad. This is bad. It's kind of reverse. Uichi Kawamoto. Interesting. I guess I can't be expected to know their names, because why would I, but... Nintendo doesn't always make it easy to know people's names. I know people criticize them for that. Like the fact they don't, you know, there's no composer credits on Nintendo Music, but I get it. Yeah, I've literally done this in reverse. He was seen in the Switch 2 Direct. Really? You're absolutely right. I'm sure you're right. Maybe I should have paid attention. Why am I not moving forward? Yeah, I hate how I've done this. I've ruined this. Suppose I can do this underwater. Yeah, I really did put everything, like I put everything in the opposite direction. What's wrong with me? Oh, that's an exit. Oh, I understand. That makes more sense. Yeah, this is surprisingly not as effective as I would like. It's quite a shame. I just gotta go with this. Wow, what? Jesus. I was so proud of this thing, and I was like, this is perfect. Director of Switch is actually the technical director behind Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. You figured they need someone who's very solid on, like... I don't know. It's a neat job. It goes over... I mean, I'm just a lowly programmer in real life. It's that level of I don't know, it's above my head almost. Something is written on this bread. Well, when you fly around, you are probably using wings right now. But sometimes there's an easier way without those wings. You just want to go straight up, right? When you attach wings, they would slow down both the fall and the ascent. Maybe you can go upwards with some kind of force like a helicopter. Might be surprising how easy it may be compared to a model with wings. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I like building a plane, but a helicopter is an interesting idea. Where are we? This was not my best machine, but it's flexible at least. I'm still moving pretty damn quick. I shouldn't criticize that part. I like these, though, because it does feel like it's a test of your abilities. It's like, can you fly and swim and move around? And then go for it. Even though, I mean, once you get certain parts, it kind of feels like no matter what you do, you just attach these things on it and you're good. It's nice to see these people that worked at this place so long. I mean, for a long time, I wanted to work for Nintendo. I was thinking, like, I'm becoming a programmer in college. I wonder if I could learn Japanese, and then I wonder if I could ever do it. I know someone did. There was a story of this guy, he was, you know, an American guy who managed to get on the Breath of the Wild team. You can see his name in the credits among all the other programmers. It's very, very ambitious. But it would involve so much to achieve that potential. And also would involve leaving my home country, which, again, sounds easy, but it's not. In some respects, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to leave America and go somewhere else. But it's still my home. It's still a place where, regardless of what people say, has a lot of culture that I'm familiar with. And my family and my friends. And simple things that I would take for granted that, you know, wouldn't be available. I think people don't underestimate how difficult that would be. And then, of course, the isolation and whatever. Plasma. You want to equip plasma? I like the plasma. It's cool, but I don't want to get out of here yet because I found this really cool cube. It's like the movie Cube. Wait, does this lead outside? Does this lead where? No, it wouldn't be because I wouldn't have seen these. Did I add these sound effects? Because I feel like I didn't, but they're here anyways. How mysterious. Sorry, that's why I don't have to do the King Harkinian voice every time I do a voice. But Flying for Nerds is interesting. I know they do handle a lot of the, well, they're, okay. Nintendo of Europe's research and development. They do a lot of the emulating, don't they? I guess that would be a fit. That would be interesting. That is neat. Again, I know very little about emulating. I wish I knew more. How emulation and works at a fundamental level, and it does interest me a lot. But it's just something I've never dug into. It's a thing I'd have to. It becomes its hobby of itself. And as much as I know how to program and I find it interesting, it's not my main hobby, despite it being my main job. I don't typically recreationally program, much less at a relatively technical level that I would, you know, as I perceive it. Any class I took on assembly isn't going to keep my memory of, you know, enough. And I was utterly I mean, I do like programming. Any class I took, I find fascinating. But there's a lot more that goes into it. Same thing about, like, doing homebrew, which I used to think, because I used to want to make games, obviously. But, so Adventure of Elliot update, to have some flaws to the game. The overall feels like it's filler. It's weird looseness to progression. And you don't care about the characters or the stories. You're really not selling me. That's kind of the stuff that I heard about that made it not so appealing to me, but I didn't want to be critical about a game I had played. As someone who likes action RPGs, but that's kind of what I had heard. Red, huh? That's higher than I need to go. There does a lot of tech in games, but they don't make games. Oh, I know you. I knew you as the like Satellaview person. Which I have the Town with No Name installed for you. I thought it was cool. I've never streamed it. I've never streamed any of that stuff. I know there's a lot of missing things. You know, there's missing games. You have like Sound Fantasy, that kind of stuff, which is also of great interest to me. Again, I've talked about it before. My interest in 64 disk drive was as a kid. There was the Zelda Ura Restoration Project in the mythical legend of Zelda Ura, which I built up as a kid. And this, of course, this project was really nothing more than a glorified ROM hack at the end of the day. But as a kid, I didn't know that. And ROM hacking for Zelda, Ocarina of Time, was kind of limited. We had Zelda's Birthday, and that was maybe like the only one I actually ever knew about. Obviously, nowadays it's grown by, you know, leaps and bounds. But yeah, and I've never done any of the BS Zeldas. I've always wanted to. I know there's translations with the people speaking with the, what do you call it? Because originally it was like, it was live. You're getting points, and people were saying, every hour it was saying something or whatever. But you worked on Dawn and I haven't checked it out. There's a lot of Ocarina of Time stuff I've not checked out, and I feel like I ought to. As the game literally being my favorite game of all time, I've been very slim with doing Ocarina of Time related things. I think inherently, unlike let me check out Mario on a Monday. Zelda is a bit longer. If I was going to do a stream of that kind of a thing, it has to be an investment. I have to be willing to give it like a couple weeks, 2 hours every other day. So I have to really want to do it, and I'm certain I would. But you'd think I'd do more Zelda for it being my favorite game and favorite series, but I don't. BS Link to the Past was really cool. Glad I got through it. Yeah, one day I'm doing it. It's been on the list for a long time. If I didn't stream, I probably would have done it already. Just on my own. But one day you really want to unleash the SNES potential. Translation updates for Marvelous is currently being worked on. I hope it will be done soon. Interesting. I'll have to keep up with that. I don't play enough of this stuff like this, but I like seeing these old interesting games finally get localized and translated. And I played Mother. I think I played Mother 1 before it came. I don't remember. I think I played Mother 1 before it was announced in the Wii. Although that one had a translation. That was, what do you call it? Ripped. There's there's plenty of other. I keep finding there's a SNES game called Kamitaichi no Yoru. Yoru, rather. And I don't think it has a translation fully finished. And I was looking into it, and I was like, that seems neat. And then I was like, wait, I can't play it, can I? Because it's like, oh man. There's stuff like that where it's like, can I just go in there? There's a lot. There's surprisingly amount, more than I even know of. Yeah, there's just stuff. There's plenty of games that have never been localized. I've been so bad about finally playing the Ocarina of Time Ace Attorney thing. That was ages, yeah. I'll have to check it out. I don't know if I'm familiar with BS Marvelous. If it's something I've heard of, which probably, I just don't know the specifics. It's a case of all these things I've probably seen or heard of in some capacity, but haven't really looked into. I gotta redo this. I built this thing to go into water, and it's terrible. Wrong with me. I mean, it's a lot of effort. I'm sure it'll happen at someday. Hell, any project I start, doomed for failure. So, that's right, because it's always backwards. I can't believe I put it on backwards. There's nothing up here, is there? Just to check. You play the Japanese exclusive mode in Four Swords Adventures. What, Tetra Trackers? No, I've heard of it. I've always thought it was neat. I just obviously haven't checked it out because. Okay, blue is below, not above. I'm being stupid. Didn't it have a translation recently, or there's been progress on it? I think I heard something about it. Navi Trackers. Is it not Tetra Trackers? I don't know why I thought it was Tetra Trackers. It was a remake of BS Marvelous. Interesting. You got twinkling. Well, the lights aren't twinkling, Clark. I know. Honestly, car is better for this for some reason. With that kind of attitude, it will be. I've got a great attitude. Oh. Well. Get ready for breakage. Okay, there's got to be another way up and out of here. This area is fascinating. I haven't played it, though. Again, as someone who has played almost every Zelda game, there are also a lot I've missed. Of my own foolishness. Laziness, maybe. Can you just, go? Yeah, I don't think the machine I built right now is a winner. In my head, this is supposed to look like the Nickelodeon blimp. Like a little orange blimp, you know what I mean? But didn't really turn out the way I hoped it would. I mean, it's not a blimp, first of all, it's got wings, but Red is above, blue is below. As in where I am. Nothing like... Still paranoid there's gonna be secrets. There's a bloody million. There's so many, like, little, like, cool modes and interesting side games and stories and fun stuff. And these are just in-game. I mean, talking about, like, side modes in games. I think people forget how many, like, interesting, cool multiplayer modes were in every DS game. I always talk about, you know, not everyone gives a shit about Phantom Hourglass, for example. I do, obviously, because it's a game I actually quite like. Flawed, but still enjoyable. But there is a multiplayer mode in that game, which is pretty neat. And realistically, as a kid, I only really played it with myself, DS Download Play. Because well, I needed... This doesn't lead anywhere, does it? There's no exit up the top. I just want to leave this and come back, go to the other one. Let me leave and come back and go to the other one with the Mario Aquarium. But there's a lot of really interesting creative modes that people haven't checked out. And I'm glad we're in the era now where it's unlikely that we're ever gonna, like... It's rare that we get games that don't come to both, like, that don't go everywhere. And there are still cases where you might be like, oh, this is exclusive. But not as often as it used to be. At least for a lot of studios. Even you know, a series that they would have not considered in the past are like, oh, no, we can give it... Those Americans can... They maybe like it. People talk about, like, was it Boku no Natsu Yasumi, stuff like that. Well, actually, I don't even know if that's in English. I have no idea. It's like the mobile games now. Yeah, I mean, that can happen. Sometimes the mobile games leave. Again, I didn't like Mario Kart. Okay, first of all, if I'm gonna do this, let's get the fuck out of here and let's fix this. I didn't like Mario Kart Tour, but it's still a shame that, you know, it's a game people spend a lot of money on. That's obviously gonna just go away. And they've done things in the past where it's like, hey, we got, you know, the Animal Crossing, the paid mode, and it's an app I used. Never paid for it. There's a part of me was like, do I want to pay for the Animal Crossing app now that it's no longer free with like, you know, now that it's just one purchase? And the answer was no, and I didn't do that. Which maybe no one did. Maybe that's why they weren't bothering with Mario Kart Tour. I don't know. I was gonna say, is Nintendo still giving a shit about mobile games? I mean, I guess Fire Emblem Heroes does well enough. That does really well, actually. But what else do they have? I don't like Animal Crossing. I love the vibes, but I don't like playing it. I can get that. Like, there are times when it feels very tedious a little bit to just get things. But there's something about it that's still enigmatic to me, where it's like, I don't know. Not that the tedium is fun, but... I mean, it's another game where you kind of have to make goals and do them yourself. And I know that I have never played the GameCube one, or I guess it was technically an N64 game, right? And it was just ported to the GameCube for us Americans. And other people who speak English also, but... I don't know. I think a part of it is I want this island to look like this. I want these interactions to happen. I don't know what makes it appealing. Because I know some people who are just like, I don't get it. Like, how is this fun? And I get that. I totally get that. I had a feeling I was gonna like it for some reason. I don't really know why. What the fuck? You got sea urchin. It looks painful. Yeah, it does. This is so much better. Oh my god. In the last 3 years, the only time I heard Tor talked about was like, I hate these Tor courses or Nate Deluxe. Heard more people praise the arcade Mario Kart. Oh, the arcade Mario Kart is pretty good. Got bubbles. It's sinking. Oh. But I don't know, I do like Animal Crossing. And I'm not going to pretend I was, like, raised on Animal Crossing. I didn't start with the 3DS one. I didn't start with the Wild World. I didn't start with, you know, the GameCube one. I didn't have them. I probably would have liked them as a kid, but I just, you know. You can't possibly be into every game as a child. You're going to miss some things and only play them as an adult. So I came in with New Horizons. Which a lot of hardcore fans of that series say, nah, this shit sucks. And I don't think so. I think it's just... It's another example of... The design and the intent of the game has changed over time, and maybe, you know, there's stuff you liked about it, is changed a little bit, and maybe their focus has changed. Gee, you got Speed Engine. Great, that's what I was hoping for. I was gonna say that had to have been good because it was protected by like 70 eggs. Arcade is like hard to appreciate. That's the thing. I played it like once or twice, and then I'm like, I'm in the arcade. This is, you know, I can't really check it out fully. But there's some neat custom stages and characters, and it uses your face, and there's a lot of cool ideas in there. Please stop, leave me alone. I'm just doing a quick search to see if there's anything else over here. Oh my god, please, please! He's scaring me! Okay. Butterfly in the sky. I'm a plane that flies. As a kid, you missed a lot of things. And arcade games are something I never experienced. But you experienced a lot of pinball machines. That's an interesting one. I mean, I didn't. I mean, again, my experience and a lot of people's experience with arcades after a period of time, like after the 80s, maybe after the 90s, just became like Dave and Buster's. You have like the coin pusher game or the like, I don't know. They're like skee ball style, the basketball game. Like token games to make to get credits, to get tickets rather. That style of arcade versus an arcade full of like, we got light gun games, we got real games, we got, you know, Dragon's Lair. I feel like that kind of arcade died in the 90s and 80s, and you don't see much of that. I know my dad did. I know definitely there's experiences of people who did, and those were real. But it feels like arcades became more like children gambling, where I have to get as many tickets as I can to get as much candy as I can. But I mean, the games are still fun. I don't want to dismiss them as if they aren't enjoyable. Okay, there must be more areas. So I don't want to pretend I had like this grandiose arcade experience. And now there's things like Round 1, which has a little bit more. They mostly just have like Japanese rhythm games, which I like because I like rhythm games. Can I not go over here? I just. Whoa, 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 whoa! Yeah. Somehow, as I age, I get more into arcade games. I kind of agree. It depends, but I think there's a lot of validity in design and cool. I mean, I don't know. It's expensive. If I had, for example, like House of the Dead 1 or 2, that's a game I could see getting into. Because I know they're apparently actually really well designed, really quality light gun games. And I know there's versions of it. You need like, well, I mean, inherently, like old school light guns don't really work on things that aren't CRTs, right? Fundamentally, just the hardware, the way it works. But I know there's like the Dreamcast version, and there's other versions that are, or the Sega Saturn version, are good. But I don't know. There's some very neat ones. I've always liked certain ones. If you talk about like the classic Namco, I love Bubble Bobble. I've always loved Bubble Bobble. Is great. Half of it's just because I like the music. And then obviously Dig Dug and Galaga, but I almost feels like there's a divergence between those arcade games and then some of the more like, I don't know, like a Mortal Kombat. I guess 80s versus 90s in terms of the quality level. Well, I don't know, like Crystal Castles. That's an old Atari one I quite like. They made a new Mario Paint game. What would the plot be? Oh, I mean, Mario Paint doesn't have a plot. I don't know. It'd be like WarioWare Master of Disguise. What was it? Master Thief of Disguise, where he just gets a paintbrush and can draw things, and you have to make it's drawn to life, or it's Scribble Nuts. Arcade games are cool for just being you play and you get right into it. That's also true. I mean, nowadays I go to arcades when I go to like a convention and they have an arcade section. If I go to like MomoCon here in Georgia, which I had to miss this year, which is really sad. I'm still lamenting the fact that I couldn't go this year because of obligations. But I spend a lot of time down there because there's a lot of fun stuff. Hell, like Mr. Driller, which is not just I mean, it's an arcade game. It's also a console game. I love Mr. Driller. You sit down and play, and actually get into it. Maybe go for a high score. Maybe get your name on the leaderboard that everyone else is checking out today. I'm not seeing any more bubbles in this area. They must all be in areas. I guess I can talk to the lad. baker's dozen, man, and he can tell me, but... And Dog deleted everything again. I feel bad that I never finished it. I started it, the story mode for Mario Maker 2. Where you're building up the castle again and all of that. Because I like Mario Maker, and I like Mario Maker 2. I wasn't streaming regularly at the time. I'm sure I would have if I did. I don't know, maybe one day I'll go back, but I really am half expecting for them to release Mario Maker 3. It feels inevitable, if not just an update or a patch for Mario Maker 2, even though, you know, the last one was the last one. I mean, we have mouse controls. It feels like a shoo-in, right? It almost feels too obvious for them to do, like, another one with new controls and something, but I don't know. I think you have 2 blocks left in the sky. I know one of them is in one of the areas that I gave up on. I have to come back to it. Any day release. Well, whenever they just have it sitting there in case they need it. I never know the scheduling for Nintendo because sometimes they keep games. Maybe is it too close to Mario Wonders? You know, fun at Bella Bell Park or whatever. 3 blocks left. 3. I like the fixed more. You were close. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would assume they're all in the area. Maybe the last area I was in. Or if there is another area I missed. Because I'm not seeing it, generally speaking, in this overworld. Mugen Stream. I've thought about a Mugen Stream. But here is the thing. I am not a fighting game guy. It would be me. It'd be like a tourist laughing at the novelty. Like, my experience is like watching Salty Bet. You know? That's kind of like the limit of it. It's like I like Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, and I have an interest in SNK games. By the way, there's a lot of SNK arcade games that are pretty neat. I know the Ikari Warriors had the cool control scheme that rotated and stuff. I'd love to see one in real life. That'd be neat if we're talking about arcade games. But I'm not a fighting game guy because I can appreciate it, and I've gotten better at them over the years, and I like them well enough, but they're not something I want to dedicate time to more than I ever have. And I know nowadays the SNK thing with like. They're mostly owned by, like, a prince, and it's kind of ethically dubious. And it's just like, everyone's giving a lot of shit to whoever, like, oh, in the new Fighters Pass for the newest King of Fighters, there's issue, or Fatal Fury, rather. I believe you've technically been in every area. I think I have been. I think they're probably all in here. I just have to figure out where I haven't been. I'm a little boat, and I'm sailing around. Swimming around, sailing around. There's probably secrets separate from whatever I've found or haven't found. But, like, there's this big room, and there's exits to this room periodically, but... Pretty sure there's watching CPUs fight each other. I know, but I'd still want to play a little bit. And it's not the fact that I don't have to play it, it's the fact that I'm watching it instead of, like... I'm not a part of it. That's what I mean by being a tourist. I'm like, look, I'm laughing at this stuff. Look at this lame stuff. As opposed to being like, no, I get it. I guess a lot of it's meant to be laughed at. You're not meant to, like, take the Ronald McDonald Mugen character seriously. So I guess that's kind of the point. I'm not gonna... There's too many segments. There's too many things. This is meant as the final area. I guess it makes sense. You start in water and then you have to go through air. I wonder if they could have added more movement options, because they had, like, the climbing. Maybe they force you to use that, too. Maybe there's, like, another way of getting around that's, like, very specific. It's like, you can't fly in this area, but you can crawl, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways that they could have, like... I don't know. I do like this idea of this game and the way they're handling it, though. I think it's awesome. Well, I think I've been in here, but have I been over here? It's easy to get lost. They finally bring this back. I don't know if I could see you doing a series Mugen stream, but I could see you doing a new Smash game release, pre-release. And I'm doing a shitpost. Okay, I guess that sounds like something I'd do. It's a good idea, actually. It's a great idea. For the inevitable new Smash game, whether, you know, that everyone's speculating about may or may not exist. too many games. I would like to play PUBG. I think PUBG would be fun. Not just to shit on it, but just curious. That just brings me back out here. Okay, so that just brings me back out here. Let me, you know what, fuck it, go back up. Line a circle. Tornado. Spin. Go in a circle. Need a hint? Ah, man, you got plenty of time. Unless it's been like 6 hours, I'm probably good. But thanks for asking. Listen, most people don't ask. Which, in this game, doesn't matter as much. If it's like, I'm playing, I don't know, Deltarune, and they're like, dude, you gotta do this. I'm like, okay, let's chill. Take a breath. I'll figure it out. It's fine. It's fine. I still think it's a funny thing, because I know some people get way more offended when people try to tell them stuff. And I know it's always done within this impetus of, they're very passionate, and they very much care about it, and they're probably young. And they just want to share their love of something with you in a very aggressive manner, but I don't know. There's also the thing about spoilers that I'm very passionate about, is that there shouldn't be a statute of limitations on spoilers. Because just because it's somewhat common doesn't mean everyone's experienced it. There's too many cases where it's like, well, okay, yeah, this thing is very old. But, you know, for example, when I played FF7, for a very long time, I didn't know the big secret spoiler. It was actually like only like a couple months before I played FF7 for the first time that I got spoiled on the big thing that everyone knows about that game. And it's like, well, damn. You know? And part of it is because people are so laissez-faire about it, because they expect everybody to know, and of course they know. But people only know because you're so laissez-faire about things. Not that every game needs to be so tightly wound that, you know, every spoiler matters, but plenty of things are designed to come out of nowhere, or be a surprise, or be a reveal, or even just build upon it with your expectations being different, and having that prior knowledge changes things. It's like my friend who, like, I don't know why he did this, and I'm still like amazed. It's like, yeah, I watched like the first like season of Better Call Saul before I watched Breaking Bad, and then I went back and watched Breaking Bad, and it's like I already knew a lot of this stuff. It's like, okay, man, you know, I'm proud of you, I guess. It's kind of, you've lived a life that's full in a very different way than I have. There must be another way. I just don't quite know where it is. Goodness is a first-person mode. But no, I never want to, like... And there's a balance. Some games are meant to be played, like, with people, or with using guides explicitly. But... Ooh. Yeah, slam the wall. And a part of me thinks that maybe there isn't, like, an obvious thing. Maybe it is, like, a... Like the secret wall I found last time that gave me the fucking... tunnel. Secret tunnel through the mountains. There we go. Yeah, you do get stuck on things. I could probably do something quicker. But I'm quite happy with my, just my simple gliding. Sorry, I heard something. And this area is so big that I feel like I'd be able to see if there's a hole somewhere, but not that one. That's the one I came from. I think. Yes. See, now I'm paranoid.
What you didn't realize is you need the mask of truth. When you see the mask of truth, the sins of this land are revealed to you.
That would be a great twist. That would be an amazing twist. There's a secret wall up here, and you find inside of it the Mask of Truth. You put it on, your little creature, and then you re-explore the entire world. And like, there's just like signs of murder, and there's blood, and it's like everything you see. It's like, oh, look at this cool polygon world, and it's just horrific. It's actually just the most twisted thing we've ever seen. I used to have an idea like that, where it's like, progressively, what if you play this game and there's like a, whoa. What? There was something, wait a second. Ah, I see. Said the blind man as he took out his hammer and saw. I guess it makes sense that they would use the one odd power-up in the middle of nowhere as like a little guide. Little sea. I feel like I've been down here though for some reason. Yeah, I have. It's just hidden. I don't know. I guess it wasn't visible, but wait. That's just a bubble. Bubble? Where's Kane? Okay. Let me just land. They give you a chance to land, and I don't know why, but if they're trying to test all of my abilities, surely movement is one of them. Right? That's right, these blocks will fucking descend! Logic dictates that maybe walking is the solution. I'm a genius. Or I just use the deductive reasoning that this game gives you. That maybe leads to something, I don't know. Is there even anything? This might be nothing. There might literally be nothing over here. This is the... Yeah, that's that. That's the exit. It's completely empty. I mean, at this point, logically, surely you're gonna have, like, the super jet, right? There's no way you're not gonna have that, probably. So I almost feel like, what would be the point of this area? Wait, this wall looks different. Or this wall looks different? They just... No, the walls just look different. That's fine.
All I'm finding are more and more secrets. The answers elude me. I'll never understand. Colonel, what's going on? I don't know, Snake. You be careful.
Why? Okay, why are these walls different? Like, you look right here. All of this wall is like this, and then this wall right here is not. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I was 2 seconds from running away. Can you, imagine if I just left. It's like, there's nothing over there. It's fine. It'll be like secrets. I love secret inside secrets. Relatively. I mean, they can be hard. I think something about them doesn't make them inherently frustrating. Because it's just the obscurity that it's the coolness of them existing. Overwrites the fact that they're frustrating, that you have to, like, where the fuck is this thing? It doesn't make any sense. I think there's a line that can be drawn where... Star? You got the power star? Power everything to its limits. Well, that seems good. That seems really good. Is that the only thing here? Something is written. Well, I thought the power star would make all the blocks a lot stronger. But the strongest blocks from the beginning haven't changed at all. Same thing for the engines. Don't get the wrong idea. By the way, I have decided to follow the footsteps of my brother and go on a journey too. So this is my last loaf of bread. Thank you so much. Because it's a big deal, typical of bread hints, I'll write hints of our destinations. Let's see. My older brother is very far away while I am very high above. If you're curious, please come see us. Very far away, very high above. No direction, though. Do I leave this? I feel like there might have been one more in here. If I didn't get it already. Okay, I don't actually know how many I collected in there, because I clearly wasn't keeping track. 6 factorial plus 7? I don't know. Good evening, by the way. Welcome. Mr. Breadman. Mr. Breadman, give me some toast. Don't make it burnt, or I will be, I don't know. 2 blocks. That was, so I got 1 block. All of that was for 1. I mean, it's a good block. Although, actually, is it? I mean, the implication there is that it basically takes place of every engine part. It's just, or every, like... It's like a universal engine. It works for everything, but it's not, like, better than any one of them specifically. If you have the best engine, it's that. But fuck it, I'll use it. I mean, it couldn't hurt. Did I cut my hair? I did cut my hair, actually. And nobody noticed! Can't believe nobody cares. Okay, I like that this rotates, but that doesn't mean it's a good place for it. Unless I do something very stupid. There we go. You know what? No, the other way. There we go. Yeah, it works. Gonna be like a drill. Like my lovely character, Mr. Driller. Canonical son of Dig Dug. It looks a little dumb. But honestly, I don't know if there's a better spot for it for what I've currently got. I'm guessing it's gonna make things better. I'm guessing it's just gonna make me like... This wheel isn't very good. I've only got one of them, but... Okay, sorry. I was looking at this symbol, which is gone now, and I was thinking of a specific... Let me go back. There's something wrong with my brain. I was looking at this symbol, and I was thinking of a very specific tower. Quite a famous one. Maybe a pair of them. It's because there's, like, smoke clouds, and it looks like that middle line there is actually a spire. I have been to the new Freedom Tower, by the way. It's actually a very nice building. Go back to New York one day and visit again. I'm still missing 2. Which implies that either it's an area I've been. Whoa. I was talking about today about New York with a coworker of mine. And I was like, there's something enigmatic about it. I've been there once, and I really, really, really liked it. And as someone who doesn't like cities, because I do like the idea of being close to nature, it's really, really nice. You know what I'm missing? I'm sure you could just tell by like what's in my list and what isn't. But let me do like a quick sweep. A quick sweep, because I could paint this red, be the Red Baron. Unless there's just something out there that's really far out, that's not even close to any of this stuff. I would imagine it's all together in this endless expanse. By the way, I don't suppose you know, but is the world infinite? Or is, like, because at some point I was trying to go as far as I could at the end of the map. It might have been stream 1, actually. I eventually gave up. Obviously, I'm much quicker now, but I'm assuming that eventually it ends, right? It's not like you can just keep going infinitely. I don't know what the boundary of the world looks like. There's nothing there. It's not like it's interesting. As much as exploring an infinite, endless expanse of flat terrain is interesting, but... I don't know if it, or if I don't know if it just looped at some point. You go far enough away that you just come back on the other side. Trapped forever. I like how the left side is glitching right now because I can't tell whether I'm up or down, or I don't know. I don't know what that... Actually, I don't know what that symbol means. Now it's down again. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming really far away as one of the Baker brothers.
The Bakers? Is it Mario and Luigi? There's brothers. I mean, they don't work at a bakery.
Hey, Mario! Oh, I didn't know you made bread like this.
We're Italian, Luigi. It's in our blood.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Now I understand. I don't know why I do the Mario show, even though the only VHS tape I own is the Zelda show. The first 3 episodes of the Zelda television show. Which, by the way, which I have a fondness for. Even though Link is like a creep on Zelda. And there's some dubious potential mutual interest, which I guess, I don't know, makes it, I don't know. No idea. But I'm fond of it. Something is written. Do I want to go back in here? Which one is this the... Okay, there is a red. Gone now. So there's a red in this area. Don't go up. Not in this area specifically, but, you know, in this general. Guess I'll keep an eye out for secret walls. I'm assuming they're going to be relatively visually, you know, not obvious, but visible. Mostly know these voices through Vinny. I don't forget that they're in different, but I find it fascinating that these voices were in French. I did watch it. That's one of the, I can say I did watch these as a kid. I don't know if we rented them. We must have rented them. I mean, technically they are before my time. It's not like I was born in the year 2000, so logically they're before my time. But I liked Zelda, so obviously I watched the Zelda cartoon, and I think we rented them. I watched a bunch of them. So I have some fondness for the Super Show. If not the, there's the Mario World Show and the Mario 3 Show. I think some people forget that there's more than one. More free roam related music. Nintendo's been dropping nothing but free roam for a while. They couldn't have dropped it all at once.
They're really milking it for all it's worth.
But I don't know. There's some charm in there. One of the most interesting aspects of those shows to me is the fact that there is, like, composed Mario music. And for the Zelda one, there's composed versions of those Zelda tracks. Where it's like it's using, like, Renaissance instruments to be playing the Zelda theme and other such tracks. And I think it's fascinating. You hear dun 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 with this cool composition. And someone made it, and somewhere that exists. Someone has that composed. And it might, like, I think it was a while ago, we found the guy who composed, like, the intro music. Like the Super Show, we're the Mario Brothers. And the Zelda one. He had it on his site, like, in high quality, because he evidently kept it. He had the files. And just put them out there for people. Nobody noticed until, I don't know, a couple years ago. But, like, it's neat. It's really cool. Again, of course, I'm attracted to the music aspect. Just trying to see if there's a secret hole or something. And it's interesting to see some of the characterization and the sometimes uncanny things that they just chose to do on the show that somehow come back around. Like a bomb jumping and I just think also it's media that's very interesting because it's around, like, early Zelda. Flying is hard. Well, it's more like gliding. I meant to just, like, go up and glide, but I'm trying to get some forward momentum. No, but like the Mario show and the Zelda show these are perceptions of Zelda from a very early perspective, without a lot of the, the modern trappings that we know of. Back when there's the Triforce of Power and the Triforce of Wisdom, and that's it. And they're fighting over the two of them. And there is nothing else. It's like, what? But it's called the Triforce. Like, yeah, but we got this too. Because it's like, it's a show based on, like, Zelda 1, and that's it. And for me, that is fascinating. It's the same with the Mario. Same with, like, there's the Mario anime, the OVA that was translated. Which is, again, I'm not going to bring up the fact that the blue-haired prince from the Flower Kingdom that cucks Mario or whatever. I still like that animation a lot. It was interesting how Mario Bros. 2 is the main inspiration. It is interesting. I like Mario 2. A lot, actually. I might like it more than Mario 1. I won't bring this thing up. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Every time I think of the Japanese Mario OVA, which if no one's ever seen, it's on YouTube. It's great. They've done a great translation, and they've also, like, gotten the original film, and they've done a lot of work making it very high quality. I highly suggest it. It's amazing. Excepting the ending. Ignoring the gut kick, awful ending. But I love Mario 2. I might like Mario 2 more than Mario 1. Part of it is that I really like the Mario 2 music. I think it's great. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. Mario 1 is great, but, Okay, I'm really looking as if there's going to be a secret wall or something, and I don't see anything. It would be a little bit more obvious, I think. It wouldn't just be, like, stumble into one of these pillars. I mean, it makes me suspicious that these pillars are even here. That's the thing. It's like, why would these be here for no reason, these walls? I mean, obviously these have stuff, but... I guess let me go with this one. We have DVDs of the French dub of the cartoon, and it actually kept all the original redone copyright music. Really? That's interesting, because I figured they would just, I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's a good dub, and they're going to give you the original stuff, and then have you speak over it, right? But wait, do you mean that the DVD had it, like, isolated, as if it was separate? Because if so, I think there are a lot of people who would love that, if that's available. But, because I know people have done their best of recreating it or trying to pull it out. Okay, that's what I figured. One day, we'll find it. Or we won't. It's gonna be like people trying to find Mother 3 on the disk drive. It's probably wiped. Any disk that even had it, any development disk is probably gone, and it probably doesn't have data. Doesn't have a live action stuff. That's sad. I mean, I guess it is very much tied into, like, American pop culture. Like, we have Elvira and Cher. I don't know, I guess Cher is popular with a lot of people, but... and other, you know, from this teen show and from Nickelodeon or whatever. Variety of actors and actresses. But, But it's interesting. The dubs will be fun because I like the Mario voices. So here, it's always interesting to see how that's adapted. I guess it's similar to a localization thing where it's, you know, because for certain voices we have, like, here's a stereotypical old man voice in English or in America, right? But if you just do a voice that sounds like that in another country, that's probably not. It might not have the same perception because that sound of voice doesn't mean the same thing. So you have to figure out what is the intent behind the voice and how can we portray that in a different language, even if it doesn't sound like just a gravelly man. Or maybe that's overthinking it. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. Also, I just saw through the wall there. Can't imagine the French dub. Oh, the French. I shouldn't be dismissive of France. Hell, that's where my last name comes from. So logically, I've got, like, ancestors or whatever, but... Well, I should have known that one would look different, jeez. Okasan being turned to U.S. Southern. Oh, Osaka's. Osakan. What Osaka? Okay, I actually don't know. The Eiffel Tower looks edible. I mean, if you made it from a food that's edible. I don't inherently think that looks edible, but I have a penchant for putting things in my mouth, so that maybe, by that perspective, anything is. Can you go up, my submarine fellow? That is fascinating, though. Now I'm curious what other shows did or didn't come over. I guess, I don't know, America... I guess video games were everywhere. So it's not like, this is an American show. I mean, it's like... But if, I wonder... In my head, these were American shows. But presumably Japan had their own dub of the Mario show. Of course they did, right? How could they not? They liked Mario as much as we did, and more. But it originated here, which is the interesting part of it. I would love to see what the Japanese dub of the Super Show is. Or even just how it was perceived. God, I feel like, you know, have you ever seen Willy Wonka and there's in the room that gets, like, they have to go in and they go, you know, out the same door, but it leads somewhere else? They go forward, they go backwards. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. That's what this room reminds me of. God, I love that. I love that movie. It's a freak movie. There's a lot of just, like, strangeness to it, but I adore it. The country Hicks of Japan. I don't know why that was auto-modded, by the way. Word Hicks is very, evil. I see something. I shouldn't be clipping through the wall to cheat, but... Turn around. And collide with the wall. Can you just... Maybe I have to go up to go down. Yes, I do, actually. That's literally what I have to do. Navigate this maze. Who knows where it ends? This is very neat. This is incredibly neat. No. No. What the fuck? Oh, it's fire. Or rather, sorry, flame. See, what I wanted, by the way, and I don't know, maybe it is in there and I've missed it, but I wanted the ability to be like, I added a move! I guess this game's not about fighting. It's explicitly not about fighting. You're supposed to be pacifist and not hurt any of the beautiful creatures of this planet. But I wanted to be like, I can, like, kill a man. Blimp! I was literally talking about making the goddamn Nickelodeon blimp. I don't know, maybe that's too aggressive. How do I get out of here? I guess I could just quit and leave. I mean, if that's the last sky part, let me save this, and I'm gonna remake my blimp. I guess that's not every part, though. Technically, there are parts not in the sky that I haven't made. I'm gonna save it to, I guess, here still. Technically speaking, there's probably parts down below I've not gotten yet, which I know is true. Somewhere. Bum, bum, dum, bum. I kind of missed the down world. I've been up in the sky so long, I don't even remember what's down there. Also, wow, it's been 2 hours? Jesus Christ, that was quick. That was very quick. Time flies quickly when fun is had. Time flies quickly when fun is had. I would never have fun. Okay, I'm missing 2. 3. 3. Come on, Worf. Don't be like that. Where is the bloody blimp? Ah. Which I assume just makes it easier to float? Fun has no honor. I gotta get Worf out of my head. He lives there. Bigger. Grander. Oh! That works. It's just fine. It's a little. Okay, I want it orange. I do want it orange. That's one thing I'm gonna do. You have an idea what blocks they don't have? I see. Very tricky. There we go. Perfect. Also, I keep looking at this thing in the corner, and it makes me think of the mini... I gotta stop thinking about it on the channel. I gotta stop thinking about all of these things I think about constantly. Just drain my brain and forget everything I've ever done. Okay, so there's 3 shortcuts here. Are there 3 over here? Oh my god! What the fuck? That doesn't look right, but I guess that works. Sorry, I didn't expect that to be as it was. Okay, the blimp might have been an inadvisable thing. That might have been a bad idea. That might have. I was like, oh, this is genius. Well, I guess if I want to go like as high as I can, I don't know. If my goal is to get to the very top, if there is one, and find the Baker Boy. If there's a limit, which presumably there is. I guess I should have figured the blimp isn't good for maneuvering, is it? Try. That's concerning. Like 10% concerned, but it's there. It's real. It's palpable. It's present. I can taste it. God, I need more bubbles. I love the creepy bubble statements that happen. Because they're not always, like, friendly and nice. They're like, have you considered death? It's like, what, huh? Feet are tantalizing. What did you just say? You're a bubble. Give me. And right now, I'm not getting any of them. I didn't read that one. I see. I think that's just the skybox. That is. Alright, time to go to space. I mean, perhaps there's a part of this where it's like, yeah, you need 3 rockets and a star and a blimp and no glider, or I don't. There might be like a min-max thing here where you have to like really put some specific parts on. I don't know. If you wanted to base this off being a round number, I would say that it's like 2,000 or 3,000, but that's 400 higher. People do super jets, multiple super jets. I have one, don't I? Yeah. I mean, as opposed to just slowly getting a meter every 5 seconds, it's probably advisable to just add like 3 super jets or something. Just for now. I'm gonna get rid of the bloody propeller. Sorry, propeller head, but I don't need it. I almost want to get rid of the glider since it's not even useful right now with the blimp. I was gonna make this as my like pinnacle vehicle. I'm realizing that was inadvisable. Forward. I need some forward movement, but I'll keep it. It's fine. It's not hurting. I don't think I need all of them. Like 3's got to be enough, right? This has got to be enough. There's no way this isn't enough. With my orange monster. I don't know, this scratches an itch. As a kid, I think I wanted to be like an inventor a little bit, and I was like, I could make cool machines. Which was stupid. It's not that your childhood dreams are stupid, but it obviously didn't work out, and I didn't know what I wanted to make, so it obviously didn't lead anywhere. And I have no interest in that anymore. I mean, it's fun to fiddle with things, but like, I don't know, I guess maybe if I was like an engineer or something, I could make cool machines, but I don't know what I would make. Which, I guess I'm going, I just don't know if I'm going any faster, to be honest. But I guess I was at 2,600. I find out it's actually like 10,000, or rather, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, I just dropped like 20 kilometers an hour right now. Come on, come on. I don't know if there's any part that's better for going just straight up. Is the only thing. Does it help any? Probably not. It's not an hour, it's like a minute or something. Am I going as fast as possible? Okay, fair enough. I was like, at some point, there's only so many things you can add before it's like you can't go any higher or any faster. Strap a moon rocket. Guys, we're going to the moon from Majora's Mask. We're gonna see the little kid there. That'd actually be great if you go to like it's this beautiful, peaceful scene, and a guy crashes a rocket into this tree and just blows everything up. Like, oh hey, nice to meet you. Give me that bubble. Bonjour, mademoiselle. I'm patient. I mean, I was patient enough to do this the first time. My only thing is I really wish I had some water. And I think my hand is going to get a little tired holding down this button. Is this a kilometer a minute or what? I don't even know what the delineation is. Because if so, I am patient. But I can't wait for like 6 hours before work tomorrow. But I'm assuming it's not actually that bad. I mean, there might be things I can get rid of for ballast. You know what? I know this is resetting, but let me experiment. The logical thing. The logical thing here is, what if I just get rid of everything? Like, what if the blimp hurts me? What if this hurts? What if this hurts? I already have this rocket. What if I just add another one? Down somewhere. In the wheel, yeah, that's fair. I need the wheel. Because I need to be able to move to get to the part where to get over there, but... Plasma... You really want this... You know, I forgot about those. What? You're very excited about plasma. Would it be an animated? I actually don't know where those parts would even be. Or would it be in block parts? Maybe not. Oh, it'd be over here. Probably. I don't know, I kind of like sea urchin. Plasma is in... I don't know. You make plasma by putting grapes in the fridge. For some reason. Or the microwave. What the fuck am I talking about? Am I stupid? Yeah, this works. 4 rockets, controller, a wheel. None of it's connected. We're not doing this for style anymore. We're doing this for min-maxing purposes. We can't even go forward. Oh, God. Well, I guess we can go forward. It just... like, poorly. Short-circuiting actively and constantly. Yeah, it's fine. See, now I'm tempted to just tape the button down. As if I could do that. I feel like I was already going faster last time. Did the blimp help? Maybe the blimp helped. Because now I feel like I actually am going, like, slower. I can see my speed depreciating at, like, a rate, you know. And now I'm having trouble figuring out, like, which way's up. Or which way I'm facing. That's this way, isn't it? Yeah, somehow this is worse. Okay, yes, fine. Nope, sorry. Yeah, I mean, I learned from this case that I probably need the blimp. I think that is a given. I guess I'm gonna get rid of the wheel. I don't need the wheel. The wheel's probably hurting me. Conceptually. The idea of a wheel in this. Oh, there goes the plasma. Sorry. Let's... Oh, gotta get the goddamn blimp. I guess having the blimp back makes sense. I wonder if anyone tried this. Someone must have owned this as a kid. You know, very small amount of people, but... And could you just, like... Doing this blind? If... Very sparse. Got through everything. You wanted... Was it worth it? Did you feel accomplished? Did you feel a sense of pride? Engagement? Interest? Was there a little bit of magic in the air? Actually, you know what? When using... Okay. Maybe I need the wheel. Because now we're going to have issues here. I don't think I can get down anymore. Like, I don't... Is it even possible to, like, get lower as the blimp? Unless you have, like, a weight? I don't know. I actually might need... Because it'll activate, like... If I could just... Get to a point. Want to see max altitude? I mean, I suppose... I suppose it doesn't hurt. I mean, I would imagine it's not too much farther. Well, I'm also assuming that I would have to be able to move more than 1 meter a second or whatever. But I guess that's not a bad idea. Okay, maybe... I don't know if these things have weights. Realistically, I need something just to move forward. A little bit. And maybe this will help. 4,000! Yeah, that's a lot more than I was expecting. Okay. That is a good 1,000 more. Can I... Literally the shittiest, dinkiest wheel, just so I can get over here. God, I forgot how terrible this was. Although, again, if you're switching parts, the wheel shouldn't matter, right? Because you can just, like, do that. I don't know, maybe the star has an impact? Maybe I need multiple blimps. I don't think that would help, actually. I mean, if I'm going at a good speed, that wouldn't be a problem. How did I go so far the first time? Because I feel like now I'm definitely depreciating more. Unless it is just that slow, I don't know. I mean, if it is that slow, I probably won't do it, at least on stream. Because by my calculations, 4,000 meters. Every meter takes about 4 seconds. It's a lot of time. 3 is not the worst. Oh, now it's 2. I will say I can't tell if that's 2 kilometers a meter or an hour. I'm assuming it's an hour, as it looks more like an H, which would imply I'd have to hold this for roughly an hour. Roughly an hour, roughly. Is there any other part that would help? Aside from just more jets, which I don't think is actually making a difference. I have 4 of them now. I have the power star, which should be beneficial. Blimp. Would this help? The point of the power star is to just cover all these bases, right? Or is it technically a different thing? But also, that's forward momentum. Wing. I mean, wings wouldn't hurt. Probably. I don't know, actually. maybe they would. We did this in minutes. What am I... What the...
That's ridiculous.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe I should just try shit. Fuck it. No time for pretty placements. Just put it on. I don't think it'll do a I don't think this will do a damn thing, but I'm gonna try it anyways. The other thing would be adding another blimp. Although I don't expect it to do anything either. Okay, so maximalism is not the way. Okay, speed propeller, yeah, that wouldn't be helpful. I figured as much. I mean, I need... You need some form of forward momentum in order to get get there in the first place. But maybe, you know something? Maybe that's silly. Maybe these rocket jets are so powerful that the power star just weighs it down. Do I dare? Okay, I'm gonna try this, and if this doesn't work, I'm either gonna add more rockets or another blimp. Although I think that's the stupidest thing. That would be very funny, though, just two blimps together. Look, guys, it's the flying catamaran. I once made a catamaran out of, like, a bottle. Which is a common, like, little thing that kids... Oh, my God, just a wheel. You use, like, 2 water bottles. And I always had the thought of, what if you just put, like, helium in there? And you get a flying catamaran. I don't know what I thought that would do, but it would be, you know... 2 bottles of helium and a fan. Like, look at this amazing invention of mine. Whoa. This is making me go in a direction. We'll see. Okay, we're starting off good at 100, but it's going down really quickly. I'm also, like, drifting really badly. But let go, it goes at an angle. This is better, certainly. You really did in 3 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. I can wait 3 minutes. Isn't that how long you have to wait in Earthbound to go behind the waterfall? You know, it makes me wonder about skydiving. Which I don't know if I would... Wait, am I like going up? It's really off center. I have to physically hold this forward in order to go up. Although now I'm not even going up anymore. Jesus. Okay, I really ought to just rebuild this. Okay. I don't know if I'd want to go skydiving. I mean, I think I would probably very much enjoy it. It's more just the latent risk that's very obviously there. That you can't really get rid of. I mean, it's always going to be a problem. I'm actually going to make this smaller so I have more camera. I'm gonna get rid of... Okay, doing this from scratch. Everything... gone. Get fucked. I'm expecting, fully, by the way, the baker to be up here. There's not a good way of getting things to be vertical perfectly. Now, is there? It's not the most fun part. It doesn't seem to be, but I think inherently it's about the challenge of it more than the specific. It's like a can you do this? Can you climb the mountain? Oh, come on, come on. Very, very light in the stick. I swear, these sticks have better sensitivity on the real console, but I don't know. It's probably my settings. It's gotta be good enough. Okay. Might just go back to 2. I don't know, or maybe 3. I don't know. Maybe one in the front, one in the left, one in the back. The size won't make a damn difference. But I think there is a thing of, like, if it's unbalanced, it can cause problems. Or do that. I'm gonna do that. And you know, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna say, screw this shit, we're doing 4. Just go for it. Just go blimp alone. The hot air will rise you to the naturally. That's incredible. I mean, what if the air gets thin? Wait, I forgot I needed a wheel. Still. Well, you know, wait. No, because the blimp won't like. Will never go down, will it? Jesus Christ! My goodness, they're all staring at us. I've never been in a... I mean, blimps are... I don't know. I mean, it's... I think it was the TV show Fringe, where they had this alternate future, and they used blimps. They were popularized instead of, I guess, instead of planes. Which is a silly idea, because that's not going to happen. I mean... But I like the idea of a blimp, even though it's a slow way of traveling. I don't know. Maybe it really gets up there. A Zeppelin. They're obviously dangerous. I guess none exist anymore, except maybe, what, the Goodyear blimp? But it, to me, it's still a neat niche thing of like, well... It's not like it has no use, because there are people up there able to idle and float and just kind of like hang out at a specific spot in the air, as opposed to, in relative comfort. Honestly, what if you're right and you can't just float up? I don't think so, but... But no, there was that idea of like, oh yeah, there's just people up there, they're chilling, they're commentating. In the sky, and you're not having to move. Like in a plane, you have to move. And I think that's the benefit, is like in a blimp or a Zeppelin, you can just like, you know, we're just floating. Hot air balloons do that too, but I don't think they have quite the same, you know, you're not really interiored. Did I get a haircut? No, my hair fell out. Yes, I got a haircut. That's number 2. Mentioned it. I can't believe everyone's so cognizant of my hair. I feel so flattered. See, now this actually does make me think of Willy Wonka again. It's the Great Glass Elevator. You know what happened to the boy who got everything he ever wanted? He lived happily ever after. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, you will find consternation. Now we're cooking with gravy, gasoline. Man, you really have to be very specific with this. You think they would have made it a little easier, but I guess that defeats the point. But yes, I got a haircut. It was way too long. It's summer. It's bloody fucking hot. I don't need to complain about the heat, because literally every person in the goddamn world... Not every person in the world. There are people who don't live in the right hemisphere, in the right season, the right time. But for a lot of people, it's really goddamn hot right now, and I don't think that's much of a surprise. So it's almost moot to complain about it. You know, it's a moot point. But it sucks, and it affects your sleep and everything. Give an idea, I only used 1 superjet and 2 wheels with a power engine. What? You didn't even use the blimp? And again, I turned off the power engine because I was like, maybe this isn't even useful. This jet might be enough. But, okay, you did use the blimp. I guess simple sometimes is best. You need to cut your hair? Go do it. Get some scissors, it's fun. Get a pair of shears. Bye, Fang. I mean, I've done so much, I have to see this through. There's a more fun way to reach the top. And see, this feels silly, but I guess the game is silly. Or, I mean, I don't know, there's many ways of getting to the top. I like the idea of, like, somehow gaining momentum. I don't know, I keep thinking about how they could expand this, or do this, like, do more, or try something similar. Because the fundamental loop of this is fun for me. I think you won't believe some of the sounds you might hear soon. What does that even mean? Sorry, excuse me, but like, what?
Do you mean weird sounds? Maybe they're strange, mysterious. A little squeaky.
What? What? Oh my god, wait! Oh my god! That's interesting. That's a surprise. Yeah, it is. I wish I had a wheel. I do have a wheel. Wait, I have to. Just one wheel. Hello. That is certainly a surprise. And not what I expected. You got a hooray! He seems happy. Okay, don't leave by accident. Moon children. Do I recognize hooray? I don't know. I don't want to, like, it's not like... Sorry, my mind is thinking of Majora's Mask, and I don't think that's correct. This is the baker. Well, you see, I have been training in this place for a while. I noticed I got turned into a block. There's nothing else I can do for my... Oh, it's the... There's nothing else I can do for my customers like this. Please use it however you want. This is strange. How do I get over there? Or is that... Is that far? Oh, I get it. I understand. If that's the baker, but... Hooray. Is it something I'm supposed to know? Because I feel like... I guess I should look at it properly. I fucking can't believe this music, though. So, okay. What the... Wait a second, wait. What the fuck? This is fascinating. I need to look at it again. Because now I feel like I'm dumb. I don't often feel that way, though. I mean, they didn't look like the giants to me, or the, like, they weren't gonna look like the moon children. Hooray. Just want to look at you. It's Ben. Sorry, I'm fucking around.
It's him.
First of all, I guess I should save this. Not with the... I guess the guy's gonna be a part of it now, in case I want to fly him around. Mario Paint, guys. I played Mario Paint. Now I feel like I gotta... I mean, I can stream Mario Paint right now. It's literally on the Switch. I love that it's on the Switch. That's 1. Let's go to 2. Oh, shit! The push-up guy! No shit! Oh my god, sorry. I don't know why that didn't occur to me until you said the push-up guy. I was like, what are you talking about? No, that make... Oh my god, that... Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yep, I get it now. What the fuck? Can I... If I look up the... I know what you're talking about now. He's been training here. I guess if I look up the push-up guy, I don't know if that's gonna show me the image I'm looking for, but... Oh my fucking god, these dudes, yes! I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, you're absolutely fucking right, that's crazy. Is this even... Wait, is this even from the right thing? Ude Tate Mario Paint Easter egg intro. Yep, okay. That's crazy. I don't know why that's so crazy to me. I love that, though. I think that's great. And really fascinating and really weird. And I don't know. I think this should be good enough, by the way, of just going, like, far out. I know this thing can't go all the way up, so it's gonna go far. That should be enough. Because if I just, like, fly... Unlike And the other one I will guarantee is distance, right? But I don't know... I don't think there's going to be a meter for how far away you are to the end of the map, but... I almost feel like it's better to be on the ground for this, but... I like how I'm still gaining elevation somehow. And I thought I would have time to do the Mario Talent Studio. I'll lump that in next time. And Paint Studio, I suppose. Okay, I guess I should have figured that was going to kill me. I don't know why I just thought that wasn't going to, like, do something. Although, actually, I don't think any of the block that broke is the one that I care about. So that's fine. I mean, you think this would be quick, because it's 200 meters. It's as quickly as humanly possible. I'm flying free. I'm going far. You'll never see where I are. Where I are. Wow, that's amazing. 3 minutes, huh? Yeah, it's fine. I like how I actually am still somehow gaining in height. Again, I'll say it one more time. Play the Skies of Arcadia Music. Which is a game I still need to play. And again, it's another case of a situation where there's ports that are more accessible that are apparently just a little worse. Although maybe better in some cases. I know the music quality differs. God, with ports, it's so complicated. I really wish there was just like... I still have the perspective of every time you change even a small thing, it's a different game. Fundamentally, your experience is different. The way you're experiencing it is going to be different. You can't really just say that it's, you know, equivalent. I know there was another video done on the Majora's Mask 3D thing, but... You prefer the GC version? I think they changed the fact that, like, enemies spawn differently, but then the music quality is worse. I don't know. It's such an interesting thing for me. And you can argue about original intention, but you also have to understand that flaws are endemic into whatever version they choose. Not that I don't trust emulation, but that's part of the reason why if I can't play a game for real, I will. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I could go 300 kilometers a second. Maybe if I fell, maybe if I didn't just like die and I went from the top, I could have gone a little faster, but. My own bad. I'm taking it leisurely. A leisurely 200 kilometers an hour. I don't know, it's inherently interesting how people handle boards. I mean, 4.5 minutes is nothing in the grand scheme of things. In the not-so-grand scheme of things, it's a lot, but... No one ever says that. What is the opposite of the grand scheme of things? The minor scheme of things, yeah. Microscopic scheme. Oh, I've got neighbors above me. Knocking. Must be fun to be a pilot. I'm oddly enough, I work for a programming company, and my boss knows to program and knows networking. He also is a pilot. And often half the time, he's not at work because he's flying a plane to Brazil or something. Which I think is fascinating. He does his job great. He's a great boss. I like him a lot. But I do find that fascinating that, yeah, he's gone this week. He's flying right now. It's like, what? What a lived life. When we were doing better, he toyed with the idea of just getting like a simulator in one of the spare rooms. Which I think is very funny. I do like that there is wind and ambiance in this game. There's not music, but you do get like the wind whipping past you at different speeds and the like. It adds a lot. I mean, they say music is the soul of movies, right? More than anything, even with great visuals, if there's no sound, it makes it very difficult. I could say the same about games, in my opinion, where it's really crucial. He enjoys it. I mean, I think flying is neat. I know it's dangerous and difficult, and obviously an aspect. It's something I I don't know, the freedom of flying appeals to me. I've never tried it, obviously. There's a lot of things in the world to try, and I can't really do everything. Not even trying to, by the way. I've gone up, like, 1,000 meters. I guess I can go quicker if I just dive bomb. As long as I don't hit the ground, I'm fine. Frontier Inferno. What? Hello. Hiya. You got push-ups. He's doing his best. Sorry, one is in heaven, the other is in hell. For what sins did he commit? He can never tell. Greetings, this is the baker. I have been training here for a while. Before I knew it, I became a block. I think of it as service to my customers. Please go ahead and use it. Sure. Great. Okay, the natural thing. I do have the... I could just pull this up. You were here? Are you not thrilled that you got to see something that, like, you didn't know existed and now you do? Wait, back. I kind of thought the guy who was... Was he not holding his feet down? Okay, let me actually look at the video. Mario Paint. I kind of thought he was holding his feet down. But you know what? That's fine. He can be cheering. Mario Paint. Oh, that's wrong. My reward. Damn it. Jesus. Can you guys get vertically aligned? Horizontally aligned? Horizontally. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright, let's frame this. Come on, where's Mario Artist Animation Studio? That might just be Town Studio, I guess. Actually, you can frame these things on a stage. You'd actually see these two doing something if you let the title screen show up and then press A start. Really? Well, I was gonna say, like, set shortcut. Actually like that music better than the goof music, but what if I just, like, observe? Alright, the stream's gone on a little long, but, like, look at them go. They're not exactly on the same plane, but that's fine. He's doing it on a table. Man, he's really going for... I can't do that many push-ups, dude. Push-ups are fucking hard. Deceptively so. There's still all... The funny thing is there's still parts to get. There's still stuff to explore if I really wanted to. So I don't know what this is still. Title screen. Oh! There they are. Mario Paint. It's them! That's amazing. That is... I love that. That's so fun. That's great. That's wonderful. But, I mean, that's kind of it for now. I really, really like this. I know it's strange, but... I'm glad I checked it out. Nintendo Nichimen graphics. And the year 2000, huh? A chicken race? You know what? You did mention that I fucked it up last time. Let me do that first, because I do want to see it. I think that was simple mode. My shame knows no bounds. A little bit. Was it? I think it was simple mode. Maybe I was wrong. Yes. But I also fundamentally didn't. Fundamentally. I do like this map, though. Up on the stick. Okay, okay. Ah, okay. One more time. Damn it. Immediately fucked up again. I'm not very good at this. These poor fellows. Oh! Ah, okay. Okay, I'm getting it now. Oh my god! Okay, I get it. It's like a top. It's like a fucking Beyblade. Actually, yeah, this is great. This is great. That was like 2. Maybe like 3. I love those clouds. Sorry, I just noticed the photorealistic cloud backdrop. I mean, they're just clouds. It's just a fucking PNG. Oh, that was worse. I mean, there's like momentum as well. You have to like do it. There we go. $35 meters. Oh, come on. I love making my men scream. Come on, that's too much. Oh! Oh no, I failed. You're gonna let it charge a lot and then slow it down? Maybe this time it'll work. No, it's too much, it's too much. Oh man. Over by 5th. Ah! That's too much. That's a little too much. It's a little too much. I should have slowed down a little more. You kind of can tell by the... Maybe, actually. Oh, no. I can't believe it. No, it's gone. Oh, I was like, that was perfect. It's not perfect. That was too slow. Actually, way more compelling than I thought it was going to be for some reason. I don't know why. Something about this is actually, like, great. That's... Is that too much? Is that not? That's too much. It's too much. Oh. One more time. That's too much. That's too much. I know it's too much. Again, I heard it. The sound was too much. No, actually, no, I was wrong. Okay, I actually don't know. Any assumption I'm making is completely and utterly wrong. We just minus distance. Ooh. Wait, they went to heaven. Oh my god, there's multiple stages? With evil music. Imagine I got it on first try. No, there's no way. Well, this is fascinating. I mean, it's a very simple minigame, but... Come on. Come on. Really? Really? The sky's pretty. I was talking about it last time about the sky, where it's... The way they handled, you know, lighting. I think someone was talking about it the other day, and I think it's fascinating. But I love just a painted-on sky, and the way you handle lighting in the scene. You just choose different colors, and it makes things very pretty. Where if you let, you know, a physics engine handle the lighting, yeah, it's going to be different. Not necessarily worse, just different. Not gone over yet, but this might be the time. God, I really think I'm doing it like... And I've not once just tried to go as hard as I can. That was way too... That's bad. That was bad. I could send him flying. See, the trick... It's like guessing numbers. Just go as quickly as you can. Oh my god, it's fucking terrifying. Is that enough? That might be too much. That's too much, okay. Okay, I understand. Weird version of home run contest.
What do you mean weird? What about this is weird?
Oh no. It's a man guiding his fellow man with push-ups to accelerate dramatically. That was too slow. In such a way that the capacity of their speed lets them ascend the hills and not launch off cliffs if they're good at it. It's completely normal. Not good enough. That's definitely not good enough. I thought I would be getting a feel for it, and I'm really not. Might be... Is that too much? Wow, I really thought that was better. Maybe that. Maybe that. Let's see. Wow, no, way over. Oh my god. I guess it's meant to be difficult. Or more difficult, rather. I don't think whatever is at the end of this is worth the investment, but I do think it's fun. Fuck it, we got 8 minutes left. I'll go to 3 hours today. That might be too... That's too much. That's way too much. Jesus Christ. I'm glad I chose these lads, because it does make it like... Because the screaming feels authentic. It's important in my games for my screaming men to feel real. You know, I don't like games where the screaming men feel fake. I want the screaming to feel authentic, and I know these lads. Please, please. Oh, you kidding me? Listen, I want it to be 0.1 away. Like, I want it to be like a centimeter. Like a toe, it could be over the line. But not quite. I don't know, something about this environment, though. It's just... This beautiful pink sunset. We're in a rock. A strange path leading to murky red waters. Kind of lake that someone would proceed over. I don't know. Oh, the princess? Oh, interesting. I guess I could see that, yeah. Speaking of which, I was still thinking about the Dusk port. I know there's a lot of problems these days where people are doing like recomps of stuff using AI, and it's really fucking sad. It's a shame. I mean, come on. But I believe that I mean, there were a couple Twilight Princess ones, but I believe they're all legit. I was interested in them. Now I feel like I have to check everything again. At some point, when I feel... I can't do it now. I'm streaming Ocarina of Time right now, obviously. But at some point... I'm pretty sure I saw that in Blue Sky. Which is interesting. I mean, I guess what would it lead to? I mean, I guess the same thing anybody can do with a decomp. I always figure it just makes it easier to modify. Although, I suppose you don't even need that. To be fair, but... And again, fundamentally, I have no idea how a decompilation even works. At all. I fundamentally don't even have, like, a clue. Same thing about, like, emulators and ROMs, and how do you, like... I mean, data's compiled, and you can't really undo that when you compile code. So the idea of making something to undo that, I don't know. I guess decompilers exist in terms of just like you have an exe and you can undo that stuff, but you want to modify Paint Studio to include the missing mini game. What's that? I mean, hopefully, I would imagine the beta version and the regular version are similar enough, but I didn't know there was a missing minigame. Is it... I don't know why, but I'm now having, like... Was it something relating to sound... The fucking... Is it Sound Fantasy, which is the one where you have to, like, you hop around? Ooh. Those are energetically linked in my mind, even though they're not the same. I know they're not the same at all. But I feel like there's... any game that uses the mouse. Nat Attack is missing, and... Oh, interesting. Really? That feels like the default. I wonder why. That seems very odd that they would... Oh my god, this is the fucking... This is the goddamn roll the ball, like, local fair arcade game where you have to, like, roll the ball just hard enough to get over the hill, but not quite hard enough to, like, roll over. That's incredible. It's literally like a carnival game where you're supposed to be hard to win because you can't get the prize. It's pretty though. I mean, look at this beauty. I can't believe Nat Attack isn't in. That's crazy. I don't know why that's so surprising to me. It just feels like it's a staple. That's too much. That's too much. That's probably too much. Maybe. Maybe. Very delicate balance. I've not even gotten close. That's not enough. That's too slow. These poor men, they're trapped in a situation of without their making. They didn't choose to be here, and any mistake of theirs it causes an explosion. It's a desperate situation they're in, and there's nothing they can do about it. Oh man. What can they do? How can they escape? I put them through this. And again, in the hopes that they can make it. Yeah, that's too fast. That's way too fast. I'm getting closer. If you're not familiar, there is a literal, like, carnival game where there's a ball on a track that looks just like this with two, like, iron sticks, and you have to, like, just roll it. And if you can balance it at the end, you win. And it looks very easy. Like every carnival game where you're trying to win a blade prize. Wow, I thought that would be farther. Maybe that? That's too much. Is it too much? Actually, wait. Oh, it's too much. Wow, yeah, this is very particular. Love wins. Love wins out overall. In this case, sure. I mean, I would say these two men are acquainted, even though one lives in hell and the other lives in heaven. But they're very supportive of each other. I like that. There's a bond between them that can't be shaken. A love between them that can't be taken. Oh my Jesus! Too much. That's too much. That's not good enough. I'll make you go again and again. You aren't stopping. It's very, very particular. Sorry. You get used to men screaming all the time, and then you remember, wait, that's not normal. I think you could make this into like 5 taps, and then you go or something. You know, you could try and time this out if you really wanted to. I don't know. There we go. Okay, well, let's see. The problem is, it's not just how many taps you're doing, but it's how quickly you're doing them between each other. So if you're a slight variance, it can make a huge difference. I do love the cinematic cameras, though. I think that's fun. I love any automated camera system like that. Like, you look at, like, I don't know, like Mario Kart 8, for example, and they have, like, the Mario Kart camera, and it just automatically shows stuff, and it frames things. It's like, this is cool. Like, I feel like that was the exact same amount of taps I just did. And it was, or like, and it's way quicker. Ironically, I think tapping a little slower makes it go faster. Alright. We're gonna do an experiment. That was 7. Oh! That was close, actually. Maybe? Ah, that's too fast. I didn't wait long enough. Interesting. Ugh. Oh, good night, Artist. Sorry, I realize I've been streaming longer than normal. Obsessed streamer. I promise I'll do this and I'll quit. But have a good night. I mean, again, I have to go to bed in an hour, but I like calling it going to bed, as if it's as if I'm like a child still. I have an 8:30 bedtime. I mean, I do have a bedtime. Just because I'm an adult doesn't mean I don't have a bedtime. It's just I set it myself. I'm here for the next 6 hours trying this. I have to. Come on! It's 5 a.m. I guess that tracks. The beauty of the internet. People are awake at all hours. Doesn't matter where you're at. It is 11 p.m. I can only stream after work, and, you know. It is still warm. Even at night, it was like 80 degrees. That's what it's like in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States of America. But I don't know. I guess it's hot everywhere, right? This might be it. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? That might not be it. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Can't believe it. Congratulations. Healthy Matsuoka, Happy Nishiyama, Smiley Ida, Fancy Kawamoto, Lovely Onishi, Lee Fuji, Puppy Totaka. Totaka, like Kazumi Totaka? Awesome. I guess this wasn't during the time where they were trying to obfuscate the developers' names. I guess it makes sense that's Totaka. Like that was in the past, right? And they don't do that. I mean, I didn't think they still did that. I don't think they did that. Maybe it was just they had fun nicknames for each other. I guess it is that Totaka. Fair enough. Well, I know who you are. So I figure. Well, I know there was a thing like. Oh, shit, sorry. I know there was a thing back in the day of. Like, oh, we didn't have the real developer names because we didn't want them to get stolen, but that was like NES era. They definitely stopped doing it at this point. They were probably just having fun. Speaking of which, this game is fun. This game is great. I would have loved this if we ever had this as a kid. Oh god damn it! I already closed the game. I would have liked to see the credits, so I actually will put it up. It's a good way of ending a game. Although I'm curious if my controller settings have been saved, because I've been noticing with Ares that it doesn't do that. Means I might have to at least input the basics. There's probably a way of doing it. I've never used it. Again, this is a new emulator for me. Of course, I didn't do that by accident. Just for my own sake, just so I can see it, because I feel like it feels right to give the credits to the developers when you can.
It's Mario!
It's funny, it has nothing to do with Mario. It literally doesn't. Oh. Takao Sawano, Hirofumi Matsuoka, Deki Fuji, Hiroyasu Kuwabara, Yo Nishi. Some of these names I swear are familiar, but some other ones I'm probably not. Modeling system programmers. Oh, I guess these are from, yes. Kazumi Totaka. Yasushi Ida. Special thanks to Akio Shibuya, Kenji Matsuura. Takao Watanabe. I do wish N64 emulation was more accessible because Polygon Studio requires accuracy. Miyamoto Yamauchi. I guess 2000. It would be before water, right? I mean, it ran pretty well. There were times when things weren't loading quickly, but I almost wonder if that was just the game more than the actual game, more than the emulator or anything like that. But, I mean, I imagine the 64 disk drive is a little bit trickier than the 64 to emulate. I don't know. I mean, certainly it's just less done. It's just a smaller, more niche thing, so inherently it's going to be a bit more difficult. But you slow down the disk loading. I was curious about that. It's like, I mean, it would be on a disk, right? So logically, there's times when things would load and stuff like that. I would love to have one. The idea of the US one always intrigued me. The fact that we never got it, and there's prototypes. And who knows? I know people are still looking for development discs for it. Maybe we'll see more someday. But I don't know. It's fascinating. I will be back, and I'll be checking out the Talent Studio and the Paint Studio. That will actually break load times are faster. I'll have to mess around and I'll have to see if I can get the mouse to work. Because I think for the Paint and Studio, I definitely want the mouse to function in a better way than what I was trying to do in this one. Where I think it was like, it worked, but the it's like lag or latency, or it was like jitter. It wasn't, DPI or something. I don't know. Regardless, it was fun. It was really fun. Because if it's not fun, why bother? It was great. I really liked it. It was something I wanted to play for a long time, and I'm glad I finally got to it. I definitely want to play a lot of the other 64 disk drive games. Hell, I want to play some of the sad Teleview stuff. And yes, the translation was perfect. I enjoyed it. Huge respect for that, because it's very neat. And I hope more people get to check it out, or try and check it out, because it is very, very cool. But yeah, Actually, I won't be back tomorrow. Or Wednesday, because I'll be watching Evangelion, because it's coming back to theaters. And I have some friends. But when I come back, I'll be playing Ocarina of Time, and I'll be back later this week. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.